You are now tuned into Somewhere in the Middle with Soonie and Mo.
Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
Hey, dying on the beat.
Ay, I got so many ups.
Everywhere I go, I
got so many ups.
so many y'all.
I know they plotting against me. I know it's hate, they wanna kill me, but please don't tempt me, cause I got so many glocks. Ay, ain't none of them empty. Jesus said they would hate me too. That's how I know it's envy. I got so many ups.
Why you take me down?
I didn't take you down. It's supposed to put us up. I was like, wait a minute. Everybody's like, psych. We're not coming back. Dang.
What's up, guys?
What's up, everybody? I see
Bro,
some
yo.
of y'all are early.
I just found these
What is that?
caramel sweet potato chips.
Mmm.
This is how they
Bomb.
look, bro. Oh my god, they're so good.
You know
I
what
need to stop
chips
eating them.
I ate today because I had to like grab like a quick snack from the gas station was they were Ruffles, but they were like flaming hot sour cream. I know you don't like sour cream because it's cheese. Sour cream and onion Ruffles, dude, fire. Okay.
I mean, I eat some hot Cheetos. That don't sound good though. Like,
Right now I'm eating kiwi. Got some kiwi right here on deck.
I ain't got nothing else to do today, y'all. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I was gonna come on here eating a whole meal, but
My meal.
I didn't want my big back to show.
That was disrespectful. I'm not even responding. I don't want my big back to show. What?
Go ahead and hashtag big back if you a big back and you like to eat. Sooney's a big back at heart.
I love
What's
food,
up?
bro.
What's up, Big Booty Judy? What's up, Marlandon? What's up? Red Pill says she's on her white girl time. She got here early. What's up, Jill Huffman?
Guys, if you're on Discord and you're watching, please share this in your servers.
Here we
Appreciate
go.
you.
Here we go. Soonie done drugs.
You're gonna learn to stop hating on Discord, bro. Discord didn't do nothing to you. The people on Discord did something to you.
This
Leave
is how much.
Discord alone.
No, this is how much I don't like Discord. Is one of my favorite like YouTube couples that I love to watch that they always prank each other. They started talking about they were going on Discord, and they were like, "If you want to know all the real tea, come to Discord." I'm like, "Nope, not doing it."
See. Oh, listen. Don't be a boomer. You got to move with the times.
Whatever. Red Pill says she identifies as big I eats. Big
She
eats?
identifies as big. I eats. Like, she eats.
Okay. Well, you call it what
See,
you
Mo
want.
Mo can't speak no Ebonics.
Call it
You.
what you want. It's big back behavior at the end of the day. It's big back behavior. Anyway.
Big back behavior, huh?
Yeah.
You know what?
Dude, these kiwis
Why
are
did-
so good.
They look good.
Mm-hmm.
Why did my husband start texting me Ebonics a couple nights ago?
Like
Right.
how? What did you say?
So I'm going to do a playback.
Okay.
I'm in the bed. And I'm like getting ready to go to sleep, shutting down for the night. Just got the kids in bed and everything. And he says, I say, you still working? He said, yep. Probably another one or two.
What does
This is
that
not
mean?
how he texts me. He does not speak Ebonics.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, probably, question mark. It's Prolly.
Oh,
Right? And I'm
probably.
like, probably what? And I was like, since when do you speak Ebonics? He said, what you mean?
What? Why all of a sudden was he like pranking you?
Probably. He just has
Oh,
his
okay.
funny moments. And I said, oh my God, please no. And then I corrected him and I said, it's what you mean. It's not what you mean. It's like what you mean.
Mm.
And he just starts talking Ebonics back to me. When I tell you, it was so weird having him text that way. I was like, ew, I don't like this.
You don't like
You
it?
should
You
just
don't...
go back to how you text me. No, I don't. It was weird.
That's funny. Facebook won't let me go live, so I came on YouTube. What
What do you
happened
mean
to
it won't let you go live?
Facebook?
You're not live. You're watching it live. It won't let you on the live. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe that's what she means. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, man. It's live. I see it's live. It says there's one person watching.
Why don't you go back and check, Haley? But we're welcome to have you guys here. Go ahead and hit the like button because y'all tripping again. But y'all slow, slow big back people up in this room.
Hurry up.
Her up. How do you say her up? Get your ass
Lord
up and
bless
her
her.
up.
Just get your ass up, not get your ass up and hurry. 99, baby. I'm on the ground, baby.
All the time, baby. 99, baby. All right. So hit the like button. I'm going to hit the Big Booty Judy intro. Sooney's going to double check the Facebook Live. And then when we come back, we'll tell y'all what we're going to be talking about.
Big cutie, big booty Judy. What? Big cutie, big booty Judy. Big booty, big cutie, big booty Judy. Stop. I want to see you move it. Yeah. Big booty Judy. Big booty Judy. Got big booty Judy. That's big booty Judy. Got big booty Judy. That's big booty Judy. Got big booty Judy. That's big booty Judy.
Yay.
I like that song.
Hey, how many of you guys because you guys can't see, but we can see each other when the Big Booty Judy thing comes out. How many of y'all are bobbing your head to the Big Booty Judy? It's become a staple.
And God damn it.
Oh, it's her account. Okay. We got that figured out. All right, guys. So we've got a lot and we're giving you a lot on purpose because I know Marlene is about to be mad, but on Friday, Sooney's not going to be here. Maybe I'll do a show if there's enough for me to talk about on my own. But we're going to talk about a little bit later what I'm obsessed with right now. And maybe on Friday, if you guys are interested in this, because it's taking me a long time to get through this. And I don't think I'm going to be done by Friday, but I'm certainly going to have a lot of information for y'all. But because of the Diddy case, I started watching the 12-year-old Conrad Murray versus the people in the Michael Jackson death case. Okay. Why did I start watching that? Well, because Fahim Mohammed, who was Michael Jackson's head of security at the time, as you guys know, was listed in the latest Diddy lawsuit. So I was trying to gain some information from that trial on Fahim Mohammed straight from his mouth on how he went from graduating University of San Francisco in real estate to Michael Jackson's head of security like that. Okay, that seems very sus to me. And then right after he, well, let me take a step back. Right after Michael Jackson died, I was about to say right after he killed Michael Jackson, but you'll understand why I'm going to say that because this is where Mind of Mo is going to come in. And I'm going to give you guys a little bit of Mind of Mo action tonight. So stick around because I have a whole theory because this trial is 28 days. Yeah, this trial is 28 days long, and I am on day 8. I have been listening every day, all day, from the beginning of this trial to where I'm at right now, which is not even halfway. And oh my gosh, the stuff that I'm hearing, I almost want to call the courts and be like, y'all need to retry this. Something ain't right. We've come a long way in investigations, and Michael Jackson was for sure killed, not by Conrad Murray and not by a self-administered propofol shot. I have a theory. So stay tuned for that because it's a lot. Okay. Look at Marlene. Marlene is mad because he's like, here y'all go again, taking days off.
Hey man, listen. This is a 2-staff situation going on over here. Okay?
Right.
2 folks. I got a family and kids, and there's just times that I'm not going to do shows.
Yeah.
I will see y'all the next week.
Yeah.
I got stuff to do.
This is a family first show.
I'm really not going to be here kind of coming months anyway because I'm getting ready to transition back to the U.S. So you guys won't really see me consistently for a little bit.
Oh my gosh, I may have to start auditioning like a co-host.
No, you can keep my seat warm. I'll be right back.
Well, because we're kind of already losing Jerron because his wife is getting ready to have a baby and he's like getting really busy. And like I said, you guys have to understand we really don't make enough money doing this show. And I know like it's not all about the money, but we have to like weigh out the time that we have with our families and the time we spend getting ready for the show and doing the show. It's family first. And
absolutely.
Until y'all want to, support, or people want to support, not necessarily y'all, because y'all support by showing up all the time. I love that. But until we have more financial reason to really make this the top priority, and family is always going to be the top priority no matter what. But it is what it is.
It's going to be what it's going to be.
It's going to be what it bees what it bees.
Damn, Marlena, why you doing Mo like that?
He said, so we're stuck with Mo. Dang. Wow. Okay. Family first. Whatever. I just might turn this into an eating show for all you know. And you know what, Marlena? If I see your big back ass in my comment section, if I see your big back ass in my comment section, I may have to block you since you talked all this trash right now about me. I'm just joking. Okay. While Sootie's gone, let me tell y'all what we're going to be talking about. We have to kind of skirt around some of these issues because y'all know how YouTube doesn't like us talking about certain things. But we're going to be talking about the situation that happened between Israel and Iran and the pro-Palestine protests that are going on and the stuff that's going on in our government. But, we have to talk kind of in code about that. I couldn't put so much detail in our description section. And even when we talk about it, we have to kind of talk about it a little bit, safely so we don't get banned. Then we're going to talk about the Trump criminal trial. This is the first criminal trial now that's kicking off. I think it kicked off yesterday. This is the one in regards to the bribery payments with Stormy Daniels, which I am completely confused by because we'll be showing you later, but I have a reminder for everybody that Stormy Daniels actually wrote a letter admitting that there was no bribery payments and that she never dated Trump or had any type of, it's all very weird to me. So we'll go over that when we talk about it, but we're going to touch on that. Then we're going to talk about things just getting exposed in general. We've got the Diddy case. We've got COVIDs or COVID-like, like the bird flu and things like that popping up. There's a new documentary on George Floyd that I want to put y'all onto. I'm going to show you guys a trailer on that, and that everybody needs to see. And you need to show it to your friends that had a doubt in their mind that George Floyd was not killed by the fentanyl. Okay, because he was killed by the fentanyl. He wasn't killed by the cop. I'm just here to tell you that right now. And then we're going to add in the Michael Jackson stuff to that because it's all kind of related, but with an overall theme of y'all are getting smarter. Y'all are getting smarter and you're getting wiser to what's going on here. Because we're starting to notice that no matter how many police shootings they throw at us, no matter how many deadly pandemics they throw at us, no matter any weather events they throw at us, y'all aren't letting that stop you. And we kind of want to celebrate that and talk about it. Then we're going to talk about an elderly man who was charged with killing an Uber driver. He took her at gunpoint, okay, thinking that he was going to be scammed. We're going to talk about the Baltimore Bridge, the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, the one that got hit by that big freight liner, or whatever it's called. Obviously, you guys have heard the FBI is opening an investigation, but surprise, surprise, they want to change the name. Mo called it. I said this from the very beginning that they were going to want to change the name because of all the ties to the racist slave owner that it was named after. Okay. We're going to talk about a 16-year-old student who was suspended for using the term illegal alien in class. As you all know, we cannot use that. What's the term we can use? Immigrant?
Unauthorized.
Unauthorized immigrant?
Unauthorized citizen.
Oh, unauthorized citizen. Yeah. Okay. So he used the wrong thing and he got suspended. Brittney Griner. And we're going to talk about the WNBA for a little bit, but Brittney Griner and her wife are having a baby. I'm not quite sure how they're having the baby. So we're going to figure that out. But I also kind of wanted to touch on the WNBA draft and a little bit about the ladies there. And we will kind of touch on the O.J. Simpson death. I don't know if any of you guys care, but, the fact that he died. I'm a little bit disappointed that people were like, guy, he got his payback and blah, 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 blah. Like, damn, y'all, the man died. Like,
He killed somebody.
He died. Well, he killed somebody, but I don't know. I guess like OJ was really not a problem after that. And he kind of like slipped into no. And I'm going to say this. Okay. I'm going to say this real quick because we got to keep it. We got to keep it 100, Soonie. You and I always say, not that you deserve to get your lights knocked out by your man, right? But you and I always say,
no, don't be attaching me to what you can say. Go ahead and remove my name from off your statement. I'm gonna say it for you. I don't know what she's gonna say, and whatever she say, I don't support that because I feel like you about to say something crazy. Well, go ahead.
I'm just saying, we really don't know the whole story. We really don't.
He did it. He wrote a book called "If I Did It." Why? If you got acquitted for something and you didn't do it, why would you write y'all think I'm playing? This man wrote a book called "If I Did It." If you didn't do it, then why you writing books?
Rest in peace, OJ.
Bruh.
Wait, but Red Pill says it's looking more like OJ's son did it?
Bruh.
Christian? Is that his name?
Y'all
Christian?
tripping. See, No.
Okay. Red Pill, you're going to need to send me the evidence on that. Okay.
Bro. Get out of here. If I did it, Confessions of the Killer.
Look at Jacqueline's giving you a testimony, or what is it called? A review. She bought Earth is Ghetto.
Let's go. Go get your Earth is Ghetto shirts, guys. Go to the website, TITMmerch.myshopify.com. Go check out some of the awesome new stuff we got coming. And you guys are going to be surprised of who is going to be rocking our merch going forward. So
yeah, Diddy.
Go get it.
Just joking.
Hell no.
Okay, Soonie's going to show you the shirt. The last but not least, and certainly not in this order, because you guys know we don't talk about nothing in order, is we're going to talk about the Dexter Reed shooting. Okay? Okay.
I got you, kid sizes. And I wanna smack a few people in the face with some facts and give an update on this Kaylee Gaines story, because everybody on the right played it out like this girl was a victim and it was DEI. You got congressmen coming out running their mouth. The DEI is the reason this happened, and white children aren't safe. Okay.
So give us the update right now. Tell us.
Right now?
Yeah.
Well, let's give an update right now. I'm not going to show the video because the video is very disturbing and vulgar, but you guys remember the little girl who got her ass whooped outside of the school, down the street, around the block. She got beat up. People were suspecting that it was a bully situation, and she showed up to a fight that she wasn't equipped for. But it turns out Gaines' parents, her father, is talking. Now, she is in recovery. She has woken up from her coma that she was in. They're saying, of course, I think she's going to have a crazy time going forward. I wonder if she's going to be normal and make a complete recovery, or if she's just done for, because I know she got a brain fracture. So before I start talking about this, you do have to preface, okay? I'm not advocating for violence. I'm not saying that this young girl deserved what she got. I am praying for her family and her full recovery. But the truth is the truth, and the facts are the facts. So the New York Post interviewed the father and some of the friends who were around for this event. And they told the Post that the suspect, which is they finally put her name out. Where's her name? Sorry. Declue. I forget her first name. They haven't put her full name out, but the suspect, who is Declue, and Gain, who was the victim, were a part of friend rival cliques at Hazelwood East High near St. Louis. Okay. The conflict finally boiled over after Kaylee got into a fight at school with Declue's friend, the suspect. An episode which led to her suspension the following day. So you guys remember how I put out a video and I said, hey, this girl is not a victim. She was suspended days before for fighting, right? And people were saying that I was racist and I was saying that she deserved it. Well, there's more information. That altercation set off a fresh round of phone threats. So not only was she sending threats, but Mr. Clue, the suspect, was sending threats. So there are equal participants in this conflict. Nobody showed up to beat her up or jump her. This is between two warring friend factions, whatever you want to call them. Now charged with felony assault, which is the clue. The two girls agreed to square off on a one-on-one, her dad said. Now, her dad is the victim's father. Kaylee Gaines' dad is telling this story. They agreed to fight. Okay? He says he does not want to disclose the exact content of the messages, but they both agreed to fight, to meet up and settle what was going on. Case closed, story over. So what had happened was she fucked around and found out. She agreed to a fight. She knew who she was fighting and she got whooped. That doesn't mean that smashing someone in the head in the concrete is okay. That means that you signed a check that your ass couldn't cash. And I pray for your recovery going forward. That's it. And what's crazy is the media is not showing this. You know how the media said, or you know how people on the right say, well, the media is not going to show this because they can't paint the black kid in a bad light. They both look bad because they both agreed to fight each other. So why is this not headline news? This is all over the news before.
Isn't that how they painted her to begin with? In a like it was all her, like it was all the black girls.
Yeah,
like they just made it look like they just jumped this girl for no reason.
Well, right wingers are saying that the reason that that's not in the media is because of the black girls at fault, right?
Oh,
I'm saying they're both at fault and the media is still not talking about it. So what's your point now? And also, if you look at the way this article is written, let's just keep it a stack with each other. Number one, look at her dad. Why they got pictures of this? Hold on, you can't even see it. Why are they using these pictures to talk about this girl? And her father, by the way, admits that there's drug activity around his children. But I just want you guys to see how the media plays it and look at the response, right? Because nobody on the right is saying, why are they using a childhood picture of her? That's not who she was when she did this thing.
They do it all the time. On the other side.
See what I mean?
Why are they talking about her upbringing? Because those things matter.
Oh, look, another picture of her as a little girl. That's not what she looked like when she got into this fight.
Yeah, she didn't even look like the other picture at the top.
No. I found several videos of her that resurfaced online.
Yeah.
Of her just being ratchet. She sounded like a black girl.
Why'd you
making fun of people? Haha, that's why you got your ass beat. But I'm like, but this is a victim? Like I said earlier in my segment of this does not mean that she deserved to get whooped. Now here's an additional part to the story. Kaylee Gaines' guilt-ridden father admits her childhood was affected by drugs and family dysfunction. I just want the right to look at these stories and get off your race high horse. You can't critique the left and then act like the left. She was in her environment where her family put her, both her parents. She agreed to a fight, and it is what it is. Another picture of her as a little girl out on the water with her dad. Nobody's saying nothing on the right about the pictures that they're using. They're just going along with the story.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So he talks about how, I'm sorry.
What do we say when a young black man or boy gets shot out in the streets and they say, oh, well, he was part of gang culture. This is what right? This is what he was a part of. And when you're part of that type of culture, then you're going to get caught up in some bullshit and possibly get shot. Either you're going to get shot by the police or you're going to get shot by the streets. It's the same thing. That's why color doesn't matter. Character matters. Color doesn't matter. Character matters. This girl had bad character. The other girl had bad character. Yeah. End of story.
Bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, the Post did an exclusive interview with the father. Speaking out for the first time, Clinton Gaines said that he and Kaylee's mother, April Nordstrom, both struggled with drug addiction during her youth, and she has suffered greatly because of it. Kaylee's parents split up when she was just 5, leaving her and her little brother with Nordstrom. While she has since righted herself, the troubled mother raised the tots in the throes of addiction. I'm not playing race here, guys. I'm saying that in the media, there is a story that's told from a different perspective from each side.
Mm-hmm.
They are painting this little girl to be a victim of her environment. Okay? And the right is not holding her accountable of being a product of that environment. If we flip the story and we put a young black girl getting beat up, we can just say 2 black girls. There will never be this type of sympathy talking about the condition she grew up in, how their parents were dysfunctional, and she was a victim of that. Mm-hmm. This is your environment. This is what happens when you do this. FAFO.
Yep.
I wanted to bring this story back because it's important to call out the hypocrisies. It's important to hold both sides accountable. This story took over the internet for a minute, and you watched people lose their minds.
Mm-hmm.
People on the right resorted to calling black people, specifically apes, monkeys, animals, thugs, gangsters, when this little girl grew up in that exact environment. And it wasn't because of DEI. That's another reason I wanted to bring this story up, is because they're specifically blaming DEI for why this happened at this high school. Both teens got into a fight that they agreed to. Where is DEI responsible for any of that? It's crickets out here.
We want to blame DEI for everything now.
Everything. That's my update, y'all.
Awesome.
Oh, shoot. I knocked over my drink.
All right. So let's quickly just let you guys know about the Trump Stormy Daniels hush money trial that has started. Okay. So right now they're in jury selection in the hush money case. And this is the first time that the former president has stood trial on criminal charges. Here's a look. And so all the other ones were civil charges. These are criminal charges. Okay. Typically criminal charges mean there's evidence. So we shall see. Okay. So obviously, the defendant, President Trump, alleged that he orchestrated a $130,000 payment to adult film star Stormy Daniels when she threatened to go public with allegations of an affair on the eve of the 2016 election, and then conspired with others to cover up the payment. He's charged with 34 counts of falsifying business records. Trump denies he had an affair with Daniels. Okay. So like I said, they're in jury selection. The judge has told Trump that he has to be in court every day, even to the extent of Barron, his son, is graduating from high school. And the judge has told him, you can't miss a day of court or I'm going to put you in contempt of court, which is terrible. It's terrible that he does that. Now, we'll keep you guys updated on the jury trial. I'm sure they're going to choose a completely corrupt and easily bought and paid for jury. So that's, it is what it is. But you want to read what happened?
No, I was just pulling it up so people who don't know who Stormy Daniels is.
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. Well, so let me just share something too with you. So this is important to know as we go into the trial, because I wonder if this will even play a part in the trial, but I would like to remind people of this, or that this will be entered into evidence, or if it will be left out like everything else. Okay. But on January 30th of 2018, Stormy Daniels herself wrote and signed this official statement. It reads, "To whom it may concern, over the past few weeks, I've been asked countless times to comment on reports of an alleged sexual relationship I had with Donald Trump many, many, many years ago. The fact of the matter is that each party to this alleged affair denies existence in 2006, 2011, 2016, and 2017, and now again in 2018. I'm not denying this affair because I was paid quote unquote hush money, as has been reported in overseas owned tabloids. I'm denying this affair because it never happened. I will I will not further comment on this matter. Please feel free to check me out on Instagram at the Stormy Daniels." Okay. So I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand how we're even at the point where where we can have a trial. But she also wrote about this in her book as well, because she wrote a book as well. So apparently the Wall Street Journal broke the story about the alleged payment. They were the first to report on it. Stormy Daniels sued Trump to release her from the non-disclosure agreement. She said it was void because it had not been signed by Trump. Now, Michael Cohen is a key witness. He was once a lawyer for Trump and one of the former president's most loyal lieutenants and enforcers. Side note, okay, this is totally unrelated. Well, it is related, but it is. Side note, I'm not going to lose my place. But as I was watching the Michael Jackson case and I was researching some of the key people there, Michael Jackson's former lawyer, okay, who Michael Jackson dropped, and I was like, well, why did he drop him? Turns out he represented Michael Cohen in the extortion case that he was involved in against Nike. So it's funny how all these shady characters connect. Anyways, so Cohen was, again, a lawyer to Trump, and he facilitated the payments. He claimed he facilitated the payments to Stormy, funneling the $130,000 to her through a shell company called Essential Consultants. Trump later arranged to pay him back in monthly payment installments of $35,000. So the money came from Michael Cohen to Stormy Daniels, and then Trump was supposedly going to pay him $35,000 a month as a repayment. Trump allegedly worked with Cohen and Trump organization officials to conceal the purpose of those payments on business records. Early in 2016, Cohen facilitated a similar payment to a different woman, Karen McDougal, a former Playboy model who also claimed to have had an affair with Trump. In the McDougal case, Cohen arranged for McDougal to be paid $150,000 by the National Enquirer. Okay, so this is another reason why I'm so confused about why this is even in court. Okay, because Bill Clinton also had an affair. So since say what you want about a guy who has an affair and what he's doing and blah, 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 and paying people off, but this is nothing new.
Right.
This is nothing new. Like, big freaking deal. Big freaking deal.
It's a ploy by the left to try to destabilize Trump and make him seem just shaky, not a good candidate, so they can mind fuck Americans into voting for Biden. But it's not working because, like you said, there are shows like this that exist that say, hey, look, she signed this agreement, so story done. It's over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you got a jury for? I hope they allow this into evidence. It'll be interesting to see if they don't.
Yes. Yes. So the key witness in this case is Jeffrey McConney. McConney is a former controller of the Trump organization who worked at the company from 1987 until 2023. McConney forwarded Cohen's invoices to the Trump organization accounting department with instructions to record them as quote unquote legal expenses, according to the indictment. McConney testified during the Trump civil fraud trial last year, breaking down in tears, saying he left his longtime job after investigations into Trump's business dealings. So he was sad. Alvin Bragg is also going to be obviously called. He was the top prosecutor in Manhattan. And he was largely an unknown prosecutor during his campaign. He touted how many times he had sued Trump, and this trial will be the biggest moment in his career. So he's, knee deep in this. And then the judge is Juan Merchan. He's the judge overseeing the case. He was appointed to the New York Family Court in 2006 and has served as a criminal trial judge since 2009. He was born in Colombia, grew up in New York City, and served as a prosecutor before becoming a judge. So we'll see. It's going to be juicy. Hopefully I'll be done with Michael Jackson so I can watch this one.
You don't put that Michael Jackson case down.
Y'all, it's so good.
I cannot believe you're watching that.
It's so, I did not watch it when it came out. It's so good. It's juicy. It's so good. I can't talk about it right now because it's gonna deplete me. You guys are just gonna have to hold on to the point where I decide I'm ready to talk about it, because it's gonna deplete everything I have to explain to y'all the mind of Mo that has been going on while I watch this trial. So, yeah. All right, Soonie, I'm gonna go on to the Middle East right now.
Yeah.
You want me to read a little bit about what's been going on?
Yeah, go for it. We can,
and then you
can
can take
a conversation around what's happening. We can connect the dots. Yeah.
Okay. So when did the strike happen?
April 6th. Was it Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday.
Okay.
So was it Saturday?
I'm not sure. There's actually been a lot of back and forth. So
okay, well, y'all know some drones went over there, and from Iran to Israel, and hit them. Okay, so where we're at right now is Israel says is going to retaliate against Iran, and this is what it says: they're vowing to retaliate against Iran, risking further expanding the shadow war between the two foes into a direct conflict after an Iranian attack over the weekend sent hundreds of drones and missiles towards Israel. Israel officials have not said how or when they might strike, but as countries around the world urge Israel to show restraint and the threat of multi-front war mounts, it's clear that a direct Israel attack on Iranian soil would lead to a major fallout. Iran says it carried out the strike to avenge an Israeli airstrike that killed 2 Iranian generals in Syria on April 1st. It has pledged a much tougher response to any Israeli counterattack on its soil. U.S. officials say President Joe Biden has told Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu that the U.S. will not participate in any offensive action against Iran. Surprise, surprise. And the president made very clear to Netanyahu that we do not have to think carefully and strategically about the risk of escalation. Israel's war cabinet has spent the last 2 days debating their next move. Here are some consideration keys to their decision. Let me just stop there, because when Trump was president, he sent a very direct message and he was like, make another motherfucking move and see what happens. Okay. This is the problem, is we don't have a leader like this to end this type of bullshit. Okay. Meanwhile, they're sitting there trying to figure out their next move.
Hey, man. People aren't going to like what I have to say on this. I know they're not. Right-leaning people are going to be like, are you kidding me? Look, Israel struck Iran first. All right. They hit their embassy. Do you guys remember that? They struck back. This is Israel and Gaza all over again. Why is the U.S. placing sanctions on Iran following their attack in retaliation to Israel? Mm-hmm. We're not placing sanctions on Israel. I get it. They're not an ally, Soonie. Why would we help them? But you're helping another adversarial group. Like, when you think of it in a common sense way, it's like, whoa, the hypocrisy, right? When you think of it in terms of how the government works, these are just relationships playing out and turning the blind eye to certain stuff. They place sanction on Iran, bro, because they attacked Israel. If you aren't aware now, you need to start waking up. The only thing I can say is get ready for another war to happen. because these people aren't going to stop. As you can see, this war between the Palestinians and Israelis have been going on for freaking centuries. The Middle East is extremely pissed off with the U.S. because of its relationships. So we'll have another war. We'll have more American soldiers die, and then we'll wash, rinse, and repeat. It's election season.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody should be shocked by this.
Right.
I'm just sitting back watching.
Right.
You gonna place sanctions on this country? Are you serious?
And to think our government gives a shit, think again, because
don't care.
they make money on war. These people, those people that are sitting up in Washington, the people that we think we voted for, they're sitting up there just cheering this shit on because they make money. Their companies make money.
Don't we have a Speaker of the House just sitting there chilling, saying, "I'm not quitting nothing. I'm gonna keep giving money to Ukraine. I'm gonna keep giving money to Israel too. And what y'all gonna do about it?
Right.
Leave the border wide open." You know, the next topic, I kind of do want to talk about the border since we're kind of on legislation, because Red Pill brought this up, this particular subject. She brought it up a few months ago. So if you have nothing else to say about the war, because I don't want to get our channel taken down. You know, there's a lot of stuff that we just can't say on this subject.
Right.
Slap you down real quick. But Red Pill brought up a specific angle.
Hold on. Before you go into the border, I just want to say one thing, and y'all are probably going to think I'm crazy for this, but I'm going to lead the Bring Back Nancy Pelosi train, because at least with Nancy Pelosi, we knew what we were dealing with. Okay.
What the hell is going on?
Mike Johnson. What? Oh, we just dropped like a whole bunch of people.
Yeah. What the heck is going on? Are we getting shut down everywhere?
Because, well, look what we're talking about.
No way. Hold on. Let me message the group real quick. What?
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let me go check the stream really quick.
Let me see. Sorry, guys.
Anyways, they should bring
still
us
here.
back. Damn, 3 people. We've never dropped
I don't know
like
what's
that.
going. The people are still here. It's just, it seems like StreamYard is acting crazy. We'll just keep the show going. That was crazy. The numbers just dropped out of nowhere, not even playing.
No, look, let me show you. It's look at the stream health. And this is on my channel. Look how it dropped.
What is going on?
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Well,
we just got throttled, guys.
this should bring us back. Yeah, we just now you guys know how this works. But I'm gonna hopefully bring us back with this comment. Nancy Pelosi, we miss you, okay? Because at least we know what you all about, what you're all about. Speaker Mike Johnson, you know, like on Scooby-Doo, like when they pulled the mask off the dude and like revealed who he really was. That's Mike Johnson. Okay. At least Nancy Pelosi, she kept it 100 with us. She was who she was. We knew what we were dealing with. Okay. Y'all think that Mike Johnson is for our side. Y'all think that Marjorie Taylor Greene is for our side. Y'all think that Matt Gaetz is for our side. Think again.
No.
Yeah.
Bring Nancy Pelosi back. Justice for Nancy.
Justice for Nancy. Justice for, where's the hammer? Now I know. Can you make a Justice for Nancy shirt?
With the hammer? I'm down. Yeah. We can wear them on the show, yeah.
I'm telling you. Si se puede. Si se puede.
Yes, we can.
All right, guys, we need your help. For those of you guys that are in here watching, we need you guys to give this video a like, because we need y'all to we need to be brought back.
Please help us out.
Look at this. Angela said, I'm trying to hit the thumbs up and it's not letting me.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's crazy, dude. Birdman just sent me. It says one person is watching. So, look. Resource has been exhausted. What? What
does that mean? That's the
we just got throttled. I don't know. I have to look that up. We just got throttled. I'm not sure why. Probably because of the comments that are being made on this specific Fallout conflict, whatever you want to call it. But what I said is what I said, and it's true. And I will keep saying that no matter where I go. I can't wait. I'll be back on Instagram tomorrow, guys. Back like cook crack.
All right, it looks like we're moving back up. Man, dang, it's not even letting y'all go. Dang, that's crazy. That is crazy.
That's crazy. Well,
Well,
look,
shoot, we got George Floyd
Someone-
on the docket. I can't talk about not a damn thing.
we can't talk about anything. There's nobody like just put some alcohol on it. Spray some Windex on it. It'll be okay.
Oh gosh, man.
We could talk about a few other subjects and just throw off for a bit.
Yeah, the WNBA.
And see if it works out. Yeah, let's talk about the WNBA. You know what, guys? Let me know if you think this is a good idea. I said Mo should do a specific segment where she just looks at people's outfits and talks about them. What's that show called? They do it at the Emmys. They have like
Joan Rivers used to do it.
Joan Rivers, and there was another show.
Yeah.
Inside Edition, they do it. You should bring that back. Bring the whole classic feel back. Why not? I would look at those things in a magazine when they would make fun of the celebrity do's and don'ts. Bro, I used to read that in the magazines.
Yeah. Well, you tell the people about the WNBA because I know nothing about that. I'm just here for the outfit talk. Okay, so we're talking about the WNBA. Go ahead, Soonie. Tell us what the WNBA
Lord.
draft.
So the WNBA just had their draft, and of course, the only two people that we cared to hear about were Angel Reese and Caitlin Bennett. I think that's her last name.
Yeah.
I think Caitlin Bennett signed a contract for $300K, and then it shows how it'll be spread out over the years. She's making crap. All right. She turned down $3 million from Ice Cube's Big 3 and took this. I'm not sure why. Maybe she's gonna get a bunch of Caitlin Clark. Sorry, what's it, Caitlin Bennett? Maybe she'll get a bunch of sponsorships, those type of deals. I don't know what's going on. Angel Reese, I forgot who she got signed to. I don't know the dollar amount. Yeah, $338,000 for 4 years, rookie contract. Now, there's a lot of people who are saying that the women should be making more. The WNBA is boring, bro. It's not raking in a dough like it used to. When I was a kid, the WNBA was fun. Cheryl Swoops, Lisa Leslie, like watching the Yukon girls come into the WNBA. We watched it back then, but no, it's not entertaining anymore. It's just not. But then Mo started talking about the outfits, and I kind of found that more intriguing. Like, if we're going to talk about the WNBA, let's talk about the outfits they wear when they're coming down the tunnel into the stadium.
Right.
I'm cool with that.
Right.
But we don't need, I don't really care about where these girls are going. Angel Reese and Camila Cardozo went to Chicago Sky. Who's going to watch them after this? Angel Reese is going to be an afterthought. Nobody's going to watch her. Let me not say nobody. There'll be a select few people who watch going forward, but who really cares? It's female sports, bro.
Yeah. So I wouldn't sit and watch a WNBA game like on my couch or anything like that. But I did go to a Did I go? Yeah.
I remember you telling me this.
I went to a WNBA game live, and it was quite entertaining because, to see like how big these women are is like amazing. They're very huge. And just to kind of like get the whole vibe of it all, right? So let me just take you back through the years. Well, I'll just take you back like 2 years, okay? Just so you guys can kind of see how we have progressed. Where's 2022 at? Where are you at, 2022? I'm trying to find the class of 2022 over here. Because, I kind of felt like the outfits were a little lackluster. And you guys, if you're bored by the subject, we're trying to revive our channel because we just lost a bunch of people talking about, stuff.
Just so you know, it's a YouTube glitch right now. YouTube is having a server problem. If you go to Down Detector, you can go see what type of reports are coming in. So it's not us this time. Praise God. It's YouTube who is actually having an issue.
How convenient.
So we're good. The people are probably still here. We just can't see.
Yeah. Okay. So this was 2022 WNBA draft. Okay. And, I'm not too upset with these looks at all, but I'm going to show you a draft that I was much more impressed by. You know, you've got this girl is gigantic. Okay, this girl is huge. I don't know how tall she is. I don't know who she is, but she's huge. Look at these shoulders. Look at this clavicle. Look at this leg. I mean, the girl herself has a very sporty physique. Okay, the dress itself is gorgeous. On her, I don't think so. Okay, but we're not going to spend much time because this is 2022. Now, you see the more masculine ones out here keeping it real. Okay, this is what they feel comfortable in, right? Are they women? Are they men? We're not sure, but they're comfortable in this outfit. This fits them. Okay, this girl right here, I feel like she looks very, very cute, very, very classy, right? She's standing there like, now granted, she's the smaller out of all of them, but whatever. This one in the back, I love that she's got a little pantsuit on with some sneakers. Okay. This is how I think all WNBA girls should dress. I know that y'all want to be girly and want to be feminine, but it just wasn't in the cards for you. God did not bless you with that type of body or whatever. You know what I mean? You just can't be 7'2" and wear a dress with a slit. Okay. It just can't happen. So I just wanted to show you that. Now, that was 2022. I'm going to show you 2023. Let me go find it real quick because it was right here. 2023. Okay. This is the class that I really, really like. 2023. Okay. They all got the memo for the most part. Okay. This is how I feel girls who play basketball in particular should dress. You can still be feminine in a pantsuit. Put a little sneaker with it. Put a little high heel with it. Do whatever you got to do. Even my girl right here in a little jacket and a little skirt. Same one right here. She still kept it classy. These ones ain't that cute in the face. So their dress reflects that. Okay. All right. So this by far was my favorite class. Are they fashionistas? No, but I'm not looking at WNBA chicks to be fashionistas. Oh, Lord. Now let's go. Where they at? Where they at? Let's go to 2024. Okay. Lord have mercy. Here we go. Hold on, y'all. Let me bring you to the, let me get it. Let me get a little bit bigger. Damn, I got it at 200% and this shit's still small. What in the hell? How to get it? All right, that's about as big as it's about to be. There we go. Okay, first, let's go in on Angel. Here's our girl, Angel Reese, looking like Strawn J from Boomerang. I don't know who told her that, like, I don't know what the invite said. If it said, you know, like the Met Gala, that they kind of have like a theme every year. I don't know if the WNBA draft had a theme this year, and the theme was come dressed up in a costume or opposite of how you would normally dress. But Angel Reese came dressed. What does Soonie say? Soonie says she looked like the Knights of the Templar. I agree. Okay. Then we've got Caitlin Clark. Mind you, the media likes to paint that these two are at odds with each other, but they're looking quite chummy in a lot of these pictures. Caitlin Clark, I said, look like a mom who doesn't get invited out very much to the club, and she got an invite, and this is the outfit that she picked. Okay, was this little mini skirt with this jacket and this little tube top, and then she had on these glasses. I'm gonna show you guys a close-up of her individual red carpet outfit. She had these little glasses and a non-matching handbag. Okay. Now let's start from the left. Okay. You guys, I'm just killing time if you're just coming in here until YouTube fixes itself. So I don't know who this girl is. I don't really like the dress. Okay. Because she looks like she's going to homecoming. It's not cute. Then we got this girl right here. Okay. Does her no justice, okay, to wear this outfit. All these little cutouts, this white, Yes, she's got beautiful dark skin, but with these ratchet yellow braids. I'm not gonna say ratchet. Let me not say ratchet, but with these yellow braids, it just ain't looking right. This third girl, the white girl, she looks all right. She was trying to blend in. Okay. The girl next to her, same thing. She looks very clean cut professional. And the girl next to her, very clean cut professional. This one right here, and I'm gonna show you her outfit in a second. But the slit in her dress went all the way up her uterine canal. Okay. She was not trying to give WNBA player. She was trying to give Miss Universe vibes.
Teacher.
Who is this a joke right here? Who is this person?
Teacher.
Yeah.
Can you go back to the girl who looks like she's about to go to a gala, a ball? What
This
bitch?
one?
You are at the one before that.
This one?
You are at the draft. Why are you wearing a nightgown? You're not going to nobody's dinner. All that sequence on that dress. I don't wear stuff like this, but like if I had to wear something like that or I was forced to, you look like you're going to a ball.
Right.
What? Sorry, I just needed to say that because you gave her a pass. Somehow she look cute. No, she don't. What?
I mean, she looked compared to the other ones, like this one on the end right here. She was given like
she looks like she's going to prom.
Yeah, she was given high school prom. Like, I don't know if the fashion industry just said, y'all, fuck y'all dress yourself this year or what happened. Okay, but
Muggsy Bogues down there.
Somebody educate me. That's a basketball player?
That's the female version of Muggsy Bogues. You know who Muggsy Bogues is?
No.
Oh man. He's like he was 5'8" in the WNBA. I think he was shorter than that. Hold on.
Who is this person and how tall are they? Because this looks like a joke to me. Like this person jumped in to prank us all.
She dressed like she going to prom too.
And the tie's all crooked. The tie's
he was
like
5'3". He was the shortest person ever to play in the NBA. Muggsy Bogues.
5'3". And how tall is this person?
I don't know. She look about the same height.
Anyways, I'm gonna skip over anybody wearing a suit. I already talked about Caitlyn. We're gonna close up on some of these, okay? This one on the left, okay? She looked to me a little chunky to be playing basketball.
Damn.
She a little thick. How you gonna have
no mercy?
How are you gonna have a fupa and be running up and down the court for a living? Look at
Where
this.
do you see the fupa?
I'm gonna show you up closes, okay?
Okay. See, this is your segment. I'm telling you, bro. You should do
What
this
did
all
you
the
say?
time.
She looked like Knights of the Templar.
She does look like Knights of the Templar. Can't believe she wore that.
Dang. Okay.
Y'all ever seen Cable Guy? when they're at the medieval nights, and he puts the meat on his face. Y'all seen that scene? But he's dressed like a knight. That's what she looked like. Hello, Clarice.
That's so funny now that I think about it. Y'all, they still must be having problems because our count is still quite low. I don't know. Anyways, okay. Here we are with Caitlin Clark. She's wearing Prada.
She looks like she's going. I don't know what she looked like. But
she rough looking. She is rough looking. Okay. First of all, I don't have the video of her walking, but don't be in a mini skirt and heels if you can't walk in a mini skirt and heels. Okay. Nobody asked
there's
for these
videos
glasses.
of these girls walking. Bro.
Yeah, because they came off a bus. Nobody asked for these glasses, Caitlin.
Yeah, this is like not the 2000s, Caitlin.
Yeah.
I know y'all trying to bring it back, but the hater blockers aren't in anymore. They went out.
Dude, she looks like a dude.
She looks like a dude.
She looks like, Beaker from the Muppets. Whoa.
I was gonna say Michael Phelps.
She looks like a dude.
They all look like
Man.
trannies.
They really do. See, this is what I'm saying. And this is what comes of when you are a masculine woman and you try to be overly feminine. Like you're trying to like overcompensate for the fact that you got broad shoulders and a big back and you got legs and you got really long legs and you know, you're very muscular and you got a strong jaw. When you try to overcompensate for that and try to do the most, you come out looking like a tranny.
Like a tranny girl.
Yeah, you look I mean, look at this. See, like, how are you gonna put on Prada and then not do nothing with your face? This is the girl. Like, why? Okay, this girl right here. I don't know who this is. Tennessee Rakea Jackson. I felt like she looked real cute. I liked her.
She does look cute. They were
Like,
doing too much.
They were doing too much. Let me see.
I need to see them walking. I don't believe that exists.
Try to find video of the WNBA draft girls arriving. I thought this one looked really, really pretty. She got a little cleavage right here because that's what she wants to do, but she can support that. Okay. Some will say that she can support this dress, but the slit is going way too high. Her shoulders are too broad. Somebody help me. Somebody help me. This one. See, this one I like. I like this one. This is from a different year, though. That's a cute little outfit. Oh, Soonie. You find the video of them walking yet?
I can't find it.
Hold on. Let me see if I can find it here. Let's see if it shows up right here.
I'm looking. I don't watch.
I'm trying to see them walking.
Recap.
Let's see what Angel's at. See, like it don't even look right in this outfit. Look.
Daisha Fair is the
You know
the
what?
short one.
Oh, okay. And how tall is she?
It doesn't say. I don't see any videos of them walking anywhere.
I saw a video.
But I can imagine that they walk very manly. I mean,
I'm trying to see. Oh, wait.
Wouldn't shock me. Excuse me.
No. Oh, dude, she looks like a guy. She looks like M. Benz right there.
Why are you bringing that thing up? Please don't give her no airtime.
Because those are glasses that she would wear. Let me see if I can find. Hold on. Let me see. I just want you to see these girls coming out the bus.
Oh, you found it?
Let's see. Soonie, they should hire us to just host the red carpet.
No, we would get kicked out. You would get us kicked out because you'd be like, and what are you wearing? And the shade on your face would show. I think I could do it. You would get us kicked out.
I would not.
We're getting fired on the first job.
No. See, this girl's big. Is she pregnant?
She is not an NBA player. I mean, sorry. She did not enter the draft.
Hold on.
Yeah, she looked like she going to prom.
Yeah. Don't lie to this girl. They were like, okay.
She looked like she going to somebody quinceañera.
It sure is unique. Dude, when somebody says this is a unique fit, that's code for you look ugly.
We can't hear it, by the way. Like, you ain't got the audio shirt.
Oh, my bad.
Oh.
I'm over here having a party.
My fault, cuz.
Hold on.
You look beautiful. Enjoy your night and good luck.
Enjoy. Go straight yourself. Take some photos.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Who we got coming
All
up?
right, Alyssa.
Oh, what's up, Alyssa?
Okay.
Join us. Wait, this is a unique fit.
Yes, so you
I love
you
the
know
goals.
we're gonna ask. Tell
Talk
us
to
about
it.
Yeah, so I sat down with my agent. She got me a designer, Jason Vu.
You got a designer for that?
Yeah, they should have. They need to put it back.
But dude, you
Put it
can't be
back.
in. How are you gonna be playing basketball professionally and be this out of shape?
And
Well, she is probably a point guard, and she's probably more muscle than fat, to be honest with you.
Her last name is Peely, which means she's probably Samoan. So
And she's just big by nature. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
just big,
she big.
and
Let's
she's
see
got
if
the tribal signs on her. See, I don't know. All I know is someone like me. I don't give a crap about what you're wearing. I just want to see you play on the court, and nobody's watching these girls after college.
I'm
We're not
watching
watching
it,
them.
Darren. I'm watching it.
I just pitched out this idea that I wanted to represent my culture and kind of just stand out in a way.
Oh, you standing
we
out.
included the tribal designs on
I
the
knew it.
bottom and just
I knew it. But that looks like a lopsided like the bottom. The bottom don't look straight. It looks like it goes down in an angle, and it looks like a cut off leotard.
Well, it is because they're trying to give her body some shape. Because if they do it like this, all it's going to do is accentuate how square she is.
Okay.
so you can see my tribal tattoos and yeah.
Okay.
What does this mean for your
You said, okay. That would be me. Okay, girl, you in your unique outfit. Dude, they're throwing all sorts of shade at her.
Gosh.
Let's see. Hold on. How come I can't get what?
You have to
Oh.
cancel that.
Cancel.
You're such a
even see it.
boomer, bro.
I didn't even
family and
see it.
everyone watching right now?
It means a lot, especially because I come from Alaska, which is,
Alaska?
very isolated place, and a lot of people don't know about it. So,
She's an Eskimo?
I mean, my community there supports me so much, and it's just really an honor to be, represent.
Listen, girl on the left, let me run it back a little bit. She's being so
With her face.
greasy. She is
Yeah.
being so greasy. Watch her look her up or down. Watch.
Now,
It means a lot, especially because I come from Alaska, which is, very isolated place, and a lot of people don't know about it. So, I mean, my community there supports me so much, and it's just really an honor to be, representing them in this way and on this stage.
I have been able to watch you play so many times, and when you went off against my Gamecocks, I
See,
was like,
nobody's watching this shit, bro. Like, ain't nobody care to hear this commentary?
I do.
How many views this guy?
I don't know. Let's see. Probably a lot. I
Hit
don't
that
know.
YouTube. Hit that YouTube pop out link right there. Top. There you go.
It got 272K. Wait, there's no such thing as an Eskimo Birdman? What the hell? Then why have I called it that my whole life? I'm just
Ain't
let
nobody
me
watching this shit.
let's see who else they got. I'm trying to wait for our numbers to get fixed.
And no better way than to start out with Caitlin.
Yeah.
Can we have to talk about this
No, we don't.
outfit? Tell us all about it.
the sparkles.
First time Prada's ever dressed a male or female for WNBA or NBA draft, so
Okay.
pretty cool. Yeah.
It looks
All
really
Prada.
good. The
Thank
clean
you.
white is always the option.
Yeah. Were you surprised? Like, what'd you think?
No, facts.
You like it? Okay.
So you've been everywhere,
Well, that's-
SNL, all the commercials. Though you keep
You see how what's her name slid through the back on her shit.
Yep. Yep. Ignorant. Ignorant.
so much
When
poise.
they see me, when they see you, they gonna see me. That's what she said.
Well, I mean, in a way, Caitlyn kind of threw some shade because she's like, it's the first time Prada's ever dressed a male or a woman.
Maybe it's the first time. I gotta be shade.
Prada, you are racist. You picked a white woman.
Oh
supposed-
my gosh!
you're
In the
supposed to
Knights
root
Templar
for them.
dress, Angel Reese.
You
Just
put
like y'all
Angel
did her
Reed.
dirty. Y'all did her dirty on the Sports Illustrated. Now
Right.
y'all doing her dirty on the red carpet. She walked up in
Exactly.
there. Man,
Now I did
this
like
is
the back.
embarrassing. This is embarrassing. How many shows do
Why?
you know that do this for the NBA draft where we're like, bro, what are you wearing? What are you talking about? How many views does this video have? They
Dude,
got like a
I
whole
didn't-
production.
I didn't even know that the WNBA draft had a draft. I didn't even know this
Well,
existed.
Yeah.
I thought because
Unfortunately,
I just figured like they just take all the bitches from college and just put them automatically in the WNBA because what else are they gonna do?
it's DEI, Mo. All right. This is equity and inclusion.
Mm. This is an ugly outfit.
She looks like a girl from the 200s. I mean, 2000s.
Honestly, like I think
Yeah.
it's just my family. Like that's always been my kind of story. Is like I went to Iowa, like I wanted to be around my family, but also like my teammates, my coaches.
Oh,
They'll all be here
Angel.
today and get to celebrate this with them. I have a lot of people coming and then, but
The other
you know,
one.
this is once in a lifetime, so you got to enjoy it and do it right. And I know we will.
Embrace all
Her
of it.
outfit's nice.
Proud of you.
Enjoy. I mean, I don't even know what
Nice
to say.
Templar.
Ooh, our
They
numbers
look
are
like
going up.
drag queens, bro. Why do they look
Our-
like drag queens?
I don't know. Our numbers are going up though, you guys. So we're only going to spend a few more minutes on this.
Sorry. I was
Angel.
going to ask you how you're feeling about the draft, but I need to know about the outfit now. I need the details now.
So before I say anything, I got this 2 days ago. My original dress didn't fit, so I got this. Bronx and Benko, Simon Miller, and Christian Louboutin.
Girl,
Okay, with the
we're going to talk after
Crazy.
this.
Go crazy.
How are you feeling today? Like one of your dreams are coming true. Like how are you feeling? How excited are you?
I'm so excited to be here. I mean, this class is historic, and I'm just glad to be here, and I'm super excited.
You've dealt with so much from the media and just like day to day. How do you work through that? And who is your grounding point? Like who is getting you through it, whether that's you or family or
I have an amazing team around me. I take a lot of time to myself. I pray, and yeah.
you're amazing.
Girl, you look so cute. And
Okay, so let me tell you, if I could give her a makeover, because I actually think she's a pretty girl underneath all of this costume. I would take the weave out. I would give her a cute little Halle Berry-esque short haircut because she has the bone structure in her face to support it. And it would allow her to be more athletic when she has to be less concerned about her hair. I would rip the eyelashes off. Okay. I like her makeup here because I feel like it's really subtle. And I think she has a gorgeous body. I would have put her in a nice little suit with a little short haircut, minimal makeup, and call it a day. Yeah. I don't like the way these eyelashes be making her eyes look. They look crazy. Anyways, guys. All right.
Y'all got this segment of the show. I'm gonna put on a ball cap, a t-shirt, and some jeans, some sweats, and some sneakers, and call it a day.
Yeah. Oh, that was fun. And I will be doing the same thing for the men's draft on NBA and football because yes, as P likes to say, I have a bias and I love the men. The men always show out. And I also like watching on the
Bias.
draft. No, I don't have a like, you know what I like watching on the NFL draft is when they have like the guys at home and like with their girlfriend and their girlfriend is like all dressed up, like, or their side piece or whatever is like all dressed up. And she's like sitting there waiting to see who he gets drafted to. And like, you could just see the dollar signs in her head, just like, ching.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I'm here for all that.
Let me see what you be thinking about.
Oh man. Okay. You wanted to talk about the border right before we started to lose.
Oh yeah, guys, remember when Red Pill was showing all the Africans showing up all over California? They found some Africans in buildings, abandoned buildings in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas, says that the new African migrants, right, that are coming in, I'll show you a video, cannot be arrested or deported. They don't have the money to do this. We can't afford to send these people away, but we can afford to take them in. Look at this freaking video, y'all. So they're they're working on granting these people, and this is Anthony Blinken. They want to grant them amnesty along with the Middle Eastern refugees coming from Israel. This, look at all these people, y'all. This not even right. Look at all these fucking people.
Where's that at?
What is going on here?
Look at all these Africans.
What is really going on here? What's going on here? What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing over here? Why are you guys in line here? What the fuck is going on?
She said, "What the fuck?" So, did anybody talk to her?
No. What is going on?
Wait, where are they lined up? Like, what are they lined up in front of?
Hold on, let me get the article. I had it pulled up, but I accidentally canceled it out.
Holly B says, "Am I the only one that views these drafts as human auction?" No, you and Colin Kaepernick do.
Oh Lord.
They signed up for this, okay? Listen, they were born big, and this is what God blessed them to do. They should be able to do this and make money. I agree. But stop with the bullshit.
Where is it at? Come on, man.
Dude, there was a crazy video of like a boat pulling up on the beach in Carlsbad, California, and like a bunch of like people from the other side of the border like rushing the beach and like, hopping in cars that were waiting for them. That was weird. I saw that on Instagram. I don't know who else saw that.
That does sound weird, but this was outside of New York City where they were lining up to advocate and urge the city to give them more protections and access to city services as advocates point to unique challenges upon their arrival.
Yeah.
All right. Black immigrant. Notice they're calling them black now. These are Africans. Stop conflating the two. So not only do we have immigrants spilling in from the southern border, we have them being flown in from all over the place, demanding, downright urging the city to do something to help them and give them more access to our resources that we barely have freaking access to.
Yeah. They're basically complaining already that they don't have enough.
Yes, they're complaining about shelter limits disproportionately affecting African immigrants, of course. What else are they complaining about? The New York mayor is asking for federal support. No. Send them back to wherever the freak they came from. They got to go. Why do we want to help these people so much? Like, why can't we just be cold and callous and say, go back to where you came from? I don't know where you came from, but you got to go.
Yeah, well, because they're going to be people that are going to be dependent. They're ignorant. They're dependent on the government. They're ignorant to what's going on. And that's exactly what the government wants. They want people who are going to be forever dependent on them. They have to replace the people that are waking up and getting smarter. That's what it's about.
By the way, these are all Jewish representatives in our government. Okay. They view immigrants. You see how they view the immigrants in their country? that they want us to let us, let them into our country. And if we treat them like they treat immigrants in their country, well, then we're just monsters and we're racist and xenophobes, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Small hats, man.
Yeah.
Why don't we oust them out of this country? I know I'm going to catch heat for that, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like history is about to repeat itself.
Yeah.
Look at what they doing.
Yeah. I would suggest, by the way, Soonie and anybody else who hasn't watched it, is The Breakfast Club had Mayor Eric Adams from New York on The Breakfast Club, and they really grilled him on this whole immigrant thing going on. Very, very good watch. And of course, Eric Adams, he couldn't keep up, because then they brought on another chick who was like grilling him even harder with the facts. Okay. With crime and all this other shit. And he could not keep up. He was trying to skate out of every question they asked him. He was trying to turn it around. He was trying to change the subject. Yeah. He's a piece of shit.
Lord.
I know some sort of new bug or bird or something that an immigrant brings in is going to trigger the next outbreak. Well, we already had bird flu.
You're going to be deemed racist if you say that.
Yes.
They bring diseases.
Yeah. Mind you, they've been checking for that shit at the airport in customs like as long as I can remember. But you dare say it, it's over. It's over. Okay, let's talk about this Uber driver who got shot dead by an old man. So I'm gonna first read to you and I'm gonna show you guys the video. So a 61-year-old Uber driver in Ohio was allegedly shot and killed by an 81-year-old man. Yeah, 81. Sorry, did I say 61? Sorry. 81-year-old man who was under the false belief that she was involved in an effort to scam him. On March 25th, William Brock called the Clark County Sheriff's Office and reported that he had shot a woman, according to an affidavit obtained by People. Brock allegedly told authorities that a male on the phone threatened him and his family, and when Lolitha Hall, an Uber driver, arrived at his home, he thought she was going to harm him. However, upon investigation, authorities determined that Hall was not associated with the male on the phone, nor was she a threat to Brock. On April 10th, Brock was arrested and charged with murder. He pleaded not guilty, according to the court docs, and his bond was set at $200,000. Hall, who was shot several times, according to the criminal complaint, was transported to a local hospital where she died from her injuries. This is very, very sad. Very sad.
I don't believe this shit.
You don't believe that happened?
Hell no.
Why not?
I don't believe, dog. You get a call. You get a scam call from some African saying that this. I'm sorry.
So
I don't buy that he really thought this woman was coming to do something to him.
So I have actually gotten this call before.
Really?
From an African, and they like literally are like, black magic will kill you. I kid you not. I was terrorized by these people for so long via email, and it was really scary, but it's part of like a Nigerian scam. I don't know if some of you guys have gotten like the letters, like the Nigerian prince and all this other stuff. It's tied to that same type of stuff. So I can like just think back to what was the old lady, not the one that was crazy. There was another one that we were like, where we talked about it and you said, we've gotten to a point now where we're scared of each other.
Are you talking about the old man?
The old man
who shot Ralph Darrow?
Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So this is kind of for me in that same category, but let's watch this video and see what it says. This is the first time I'm watching this.
This morning, authorities warning the public after a phone scam turned fatal. This dramatic dashcam video capturing the deadly confrontation between a female Uber driver and an Ohio homeowner last month after authorities say they were both unknowingly targeted by scammers.
Why did she get out of the car? Uber drivers do not. I did Uber for years. I never got out of my car to do anything.
Well, my
Why'd
question
she get out
is,
of the car?
Did he call an Uber?
Well, they said the scammer hit up the woman to go pick up a package from the 81-year-old man. It was a ransom call.
Uber Eats. Oh yeah, Jacoby Chu, Jacqueline.
Female that has been shot. She's laying in the driveway.
81-year-old William Brock charged with the murder of 61-year-old Uber driver Lolitha Hall. Police say it all started when Brock received multiple calls from scammers who told him a relative had been arrested and demanded $12,000 for bail, telling him a driver would arrive at his home to pick up a package with the money.
The guy on the phone was trying to get money out of me. And he was telling me he was going to kill me and the family.
Authorities believe the same scammers directed Hall through the Uber app to pick up a package at Brock's home. They say this video shows her walking up to his door with no apparent knowledge of the circumstances when Brock confronts her at gunpoint.
So I was threatened that
He's
she was
going to
going
jail.
to kill me.
Keep his ass locked up.
What'd you say?
I said he's going to jail. Keep his ass locked up.
Yeah, this is kind of crazy though. So they basically coordinated a phone call to him and a some type of service request from her to go pick up a package, knowing that this was going to probably be his reaction, that he was going to be scared.
I'm going to say there's no excuse, right? You're a gun owner. You're only supposed to point the gun at a target that is directly threatening you. So if anything, he's going to be a poster child for what you shouldn't do. She does not have a weapon. She poses no threat. So in my opinion, this is murder in cold blood because you had no reason to shoot her. That's why I said leave his ass locked up. He's 81, but you know better.
Yeah. But I mean, aside from that, like how scary is that to like get a phone call that somebody tells you that and then boom, your doorbell rings and there's somebody at your door. So I don't know. That's like on a whole nother level of like manipulation.
Here, Hall frantically trying to explain why she's there.
I know what you're after.
Police say Brock took her cell phone, and when she tried to get in her car to get to safety, investigators say Brock shot her 3 times. Then he called 911.
I shot her in the leg first time, and I shot her in the shoulder.
Hall later dying from her wounds. Officers assert.
Bruh. You don't gotta stop it on account of me.
No, I want to hear your commentary.
How are you going to in the court of law? I'm just thinking about this from the law. How are you going to plead not guilty to murder when you deliberately shot this person 3 times? Clearly with the intent to kill.
Right. Would
this woman has no weapon.
I'm just asking this. I'm not saying that like I'm advocating for this, but I'm just playing like all sorts of devil's advocate. But would it be a defense to say that he was afraid for his life because of this phone call that he got? And he
sure, the
know?
defense is going to use that, but I personally don't believe that should get him off because she has no weapon.
Yeah.
If she had a weapon,
yeah,
and she was acting in a threatening manner, sure. Yeah. And I agree. He should have stayed his old ass in the house and called 911. I think there's more to this story. I'm not buying this. You shot her 3 times.
And then
you say where you shot her.
Yeah.
Nah, dog. No.
Nope. We gotta keep up with this one because this one is very intriguing. But let's see where it ends here.
Brock's home after the shooting, saying they answered a call from a person they believed to be the scammer who agreed to a meeting but never showed up. Investigators saying they traced that number to Canada, but it's believed to be a burner phone number. Uber banning that account, cooperating with authorities, and in a statement saying, "This is a horrific tragedy and our hearts continue to be with Lolitha's loved ones." According to the FTC, in 2023, there were more than 33,000 reports of family and friend imposter scams like this, and $89 million lost.
And Brock is out on bond and could face additional charges. Authorities say they want to remind everyone that law enforcement will never, ever call and ask for money.
This morning,
okay, so I want to say this. So one time, I mean, y'all have to be careful with these Ubers because one time my parents requested an Uber because they were going to the airport and the Uber driver didn't look like the picture. You know how it shows you like the picture of the Uber driver? They didn't look like the picture. In fact, it looked completely different from the picture. And my parents said to the person, oh, they had to show their ID to even get in the gate of their community. And the person, like on the like they were on the camera talking to my parents, and they were like, okay, well, you need to show your ID to the security guard to get into the building, because they record that, and they refused to do that. So my parents said, okay, well, we're going to cancel the Uber and just reorder another one. Because you're like, why would you not want to show
Why
your
wouldn't
ID?
you just show your ID?
Exactly. You got to be careful with these Uber drivers, because I know like there's people that like will drive on other people's accounts because they're banned or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, check that. That's crazy.
That is crazy. It's crazy. You can't even create a taxi service for people to be able to make money outside of their regular job without somebody trying to take advantage of the system and scam and harm people. Prayers to her family. But, you know, I'm still going to look into this because they don't make no sense that you shot her 3 different times. Once in a leg, once in the shoulder. What were you doing?
Mm-hmm.
I get that he's 81, but you have been on this earth 81 long years. You must know gun safety and the way you're supposed to carry a gun. I just don't buy it. I don't buy it. I'm sorry. I don't.
It is a very weird story. Very, very weird story. Jacqueline said, what if she really was a part of the scam? See, we don't know because she's dead.
Well, they traced the phone number back to Canada, but it was a burner, so they'll never know.
Yeah.
They'll never know. Like you said, she's dead.
Dang. They really are.
But I think this is a bigger conversation of black and white people being afraid of each other. Because why the fuck did you shoot her 3 times, bro?
Would he reacted the same if a white person showed up to pick up the package?
Who knows? I don't think we'll ever know.
Dude, the way he came out with that gun, he was like, he came out ready. He was very, very like confident because he just walked her right down to her car. And he could have said, just get in your car and go.
Get in your car and leave. Exactly.
And recorded the license plates and called 911, but he didn't do that.
They better lock his old ass up. Old
Is
self, you know better.
No update with the old man and Susan, what's her name? The
Susan
two
Rentz?
others?
No.
Dang.
No.
That's another trial we got to watch.
It's bothering me because I want to see an update, but we haven't had one since 2023 June.
Wow, that's crazy.
The last update we did was them coming out and saying there was insufficient evidence for a murder charge, even though she knew that lady was coming and she shot her through the door because she feared for her life.
Mm-hmm.
Through a door. Fuck out of here, man.
Yeah.
That was the last update. We haven't had anything since then. So I think time is going to pass and she's going to get out on time served. That's really what I think. By the time they get to the court and find her guilty of something, she's going to get time served and she'll be out and she'll be back out to terrorize all those young people in her neighborhood, or hopefully they put her ass in some sort of mental institution because she's crazy. She shouldn't be allowed back into society.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep up with this story. Marlanda says the Jesus is King shirt I got is amazing. My family keeps asking where I get it from. Well, tell them where you got it from. Okay. If you guys want to know where he got it from, just go to titmmerch.myshopify.com and you can buy all of the amazing merch that Soonie designs herself. Okay. I'll leave that up there. All right, let's talk about this next story that we have. This is the story about the 16-year-old student who got suspended for using the term illegal alien. So here's the story as it goes. A 16-year-old student at Central Davidson High School in Lexington, North Carolina, was suspended for 3 days last week after using the term illegal alien during a vocabulary assignment in English class. Christian McGee's teacher assigned vocabulary words during class last Thursday, including the word alien. According to his mother, Leah, Christian responded to his teacher asking, like, space aliens or illegal aliens without green cards. According to an email describing the incident sent to local officials and shared with Carolina Journal, a young man in the class took offense to his question and reportedly threatened to fight him, prompting the teacher to call in the assistant principal. Ultimately, Christian's words were deemed by administrative staff to be offensive and disrespectful to classmates who were Hispanic. I didn't make a statement towards anyone. I asked a question, says Christian, in response to his suspension. I was speaking of Hispanics because everyone from other countries needs green cards, and the term illegal alien is an actual term that I hear on the news and can find in the dictionary. In addition to the 3-day suspension, his record could be damaged as he aims to secure an athletic scholarship for college. He is actively involved in school clubs, track, and cross country. Man.
Now, listen. When these white kids develop some sort of complex, okay, because y'all want to punish them for asking questions, I don't want to hear it. He's right. It's in the dictionary and I hear it on the news. Why are you suspending me?
Right.
And he asked the question.
What has...
And that was South Carolina. That's not North Carolina. That's South Carolina. Wait, that was North?
Carolina. Yeah, it was North Carolina.
No way. What city did that happen in?
In Central Davis, in Lexington.
What?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What?
It said Senator Steve Jarvis, a Republican, said he contacted the schools.
That's right outside of Charlotte.
Yeah.
That's like not too far. Well, like I told you guys, Charlotte and Raleigh and what other big metro? We only have Charlotte and Raleigh, and then Raleigh-Durham. Those areas are purple, heavily purple, and it's starting to affect the entire state. I thought this was South Carolina the whole time.
No, North Carolina.
See why I don't want to move back? Do you see why? I love Charlotte.
Yeah.
I love Charlotte, but I can't I live there. That's crazy.
Not if they're clocking you for stuff like this. You definitely can't live there because they go put you in.
I'm gonna be in jail.
You're gonna be in jail.
That's crazy. Well, shout out to that young man for speaking up for himself. You know.
Yeah.
More kids. You guys need to teach your kids to do that. He clearly learned that from his parents. His parents have conversations with him, and he's listening to the point where he was able to question. And they should challenge that with the school board. They should go to the school superintendent, the school board, and challenge that suspension.
Yeah.
Why am I suspended for? I said a question. I used the word that's in the dictionary and on the news. Run it up. Offensive to who?
Yeah.
If it's offensive, then take it out of the news and take it out of the dictionary.
I agree.
I agree. Stupid woke fucking laws, bro. They're so annoying.
And now they're dumbing down Scrabble.
Shout out, you know what? Let's give some good news. Shout out to Japan. Japan had a massive protest against the WHO and the New World Order that I low-key got to witness. I seen it on my Facebook page. They are actually pretty vocal about what the West and Democrats are doing. A couple of years ago, I think I shared the story with you too. I was walking up the stairs and I had my Trump hat on. And the building owner was like, "Oh, you're not a Democrat?" No. He's like, "Do you like Democrats?" No. And he was like, "Yeah, right on. Biden sucks."
I love how he was just very upfront about the fact that he assumed you were because you were black. He's like, "You not a Democrat?" Yes.
Shout out to them, bro. There's actually let me see. I'll pull up this really cool video of them speaking out, man. When other countries that are homogenous come out against the WHO, against the 17 SGDs, and they're more vocal than the American citizens, to me, that's a proud moment because I get to live in both realities and see both cultures.
Right.
I'm more proud of this culture than I am of my own. And it made me proud, but it made me sad at the same time. Yo, they're deep, bro.
Dang.
まあしかしながら非常に邪悪なものが実際にあるか、この一言で陰謀論というふうに言われますが、実は陰謀。
I know you guys can't read the subtitles like that, so I'll try to stop and read them as we go along. But he's talking about a conspiracy that's been a part of genetics and culture since the age of exploration.
そのものが実は大航海時代からずっと遺伝子として文化として続いているんだ、まあ、そういうことに気がつきました。まあ、そういう意味での今日の私のメッセージとしてはもう
What are they talking about? Vaccinations.
まあ体内で病原体をタンパクを作らせるワクチンと偽装されているの。例えば次はインフルエンザが来ます。そしてまあサル痘とかね、いろんなもので今はしかで煽られています。すべてメッセンジャータイプでやるというのが、まあ、米国のグローバル製薬企業の基本戦略になっています。それで皆さん方、仲間やの知り合いに。
So he's pretty much calling America out for using different vehicles such as food, genetics, the vaccines to, I don't want to say cull because that's a strong word, but that's pretty much what they're doing. And they're using the WHO and other governmental bodies to push forth an agenda that they're saying is a conspiracy theory when in fact it is a real thing. Agenda 2030 is real. You will own nothing and be happy is real. Klaus Schwab and his attempt to control the masses is real. And they're using these international entities to do so. Remember when I told you we were still doing Truth Will Set You Free and we were talking about the jabs. And I was kind of over talking about it because in Japan, there were 2 people who had an adverse event and they stopped giving it altogether. They didn't continue this thing.
Right.
They didn't continue. So it's nice to see Japan come out and speak out against exactly what they were doing. It was really awesome to see that video. If anybody wants to see it, it's on Twitter. You can go to @PeterSweden to look at some more updates on this protest that's occurring here.
Dude, I don't know about anybody else, but my mouth started watering when that guy was talking because all of a sudden I was like craving sushi and like
what Oh God, I can't believe you just said that. I'll show you guys this last part.
Oh man,
they're like fight against tyranny and you're like food.
All of a sudden, like I had like the salty taste of like soy sauce in my mouth. Like I don't know what it was. I was like,
here you guys go.
Spicy tuna roll sounds so good right now.
So he said, we stand against WHO, global totalitarianism, pandemic treaties, submarine, IHR, genetic vaccines, plandemic. They're using all the words we use here in America, guys. Control of information.
IHR、遺伝子ワクチン、プランデミック、情報統制。これらすべてを排除することを宣言する。
Yes.
I think
I don't know what you said.
He said we plan to get rid of it all. It's done. Ain't gonna take it no more.
I'm telling you, when Asian people talk, I listen. That guy had me fired up just with that little bit.
He said they done. No more. China, listen. Y'all about to F around and find out. We got America on our side. We deep over here, y'all. Japan know what they doing.
We deep.
They allowed to say all that shit because that would get us canceled and censored here. Well, don't get it twisted. There is definitely an opposing political faction here. There's definitely liberal-minded Japanese people, of course. But I'm just saying it is nice to see other countries call out the same entities that we all do in our own country.
I will say this also, and if you've never been to another country, you may not understand what I'm saying, but we are so spoiled in the US that we will skirt around things to not lose what we have, right? Because we don't want to go without. Like, we want to be like, yeah, 1876 and like all this other stuff, but up until it starts to infringe on our personal comforts, right? But in other countries, they don't have it as good as we do. So they don't have as much to lose as we do, right? Like, they're already used to this. Okay. Now, to a certain extent, like, certain countries, they would never dare speak out against their government. So when you do see that, you know that it's gotten really bad.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah. You know that it's gotten really bad. So, yeah.
We are. And it sounds crazy to say it, right? Because we always talk about our rights being intact, but I believe people who understand their rights and appreciate their rights and know where they come from, yeah, you deserve them. But I do believe there are certain people that should not have them.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, these need to be earned. And that sounds even crazy. But because we live in such a PC culture where people are so entitled, you have people who start to think like that. I would never enact or like openly, advocate for something like that. But these are thoughts that I do have. Maybe y'all should be controlled for a while. Maybe there should be somebody calling the shots because you're clearly not able to.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is irrelevant, but imagine us having an Asian on our Supreme Court. Oh, God.
But don't we? Who's the... I thought we do have an Asian.
On the Supreme Court?
Yeah.
No.
Didn't we have an Asian? I thought we did.
Who?
Alito? No.
Alito's not an Asian.
There was an Asian guy on the Supreme Court. I could have sworn.
I don't know who the hell you're talking about. Because they're either white, black, or Hispanic or Latino.
She's Hispanic.
Okay.
Maybe I'm thinking of the judge in the O.J. Simpson case. What was his name?
Here you go. We ain't gonna get back on that. Talking about he got what he deserved. He didn't get what he deserved and people are being harsh. That nigga killed somebody and he's finally maggot food.
Listen, but think about this for a second. Okay. Aside from the whole Nicole thing and all that. Okay. Was OJ really a problem to us?
Bruh. Yes.
How so?
He murdered someone.
But that didn't affect me personally. Okay.
I don't care. It affected someone's family.
But I don't know what was going on there. Okay. I don't know what was going on. That was not the age of we knew everything about everything. Okay. I'm not saying he's innocent. Okay. I'm not saying that he's innocent. I'm just saying, aside from that, was he really a problem to the world?
Yes, he got away with murder.
What did I just say? Aside. Put that aside.
We don't need to put that aside. No. That's the reason why he needed to be in jail.
I don't know.
He killed somebody. See, you should never. I don't want you on nobody's jury.
No, yes, you do. And when I go through this,
I don't. Not after what you just said today.
No, because this is how I think about like with R. Kelly, right? Like, yeah, R. Kelly supposedly had all these young girls, but that was their parents' fault. That wasn't R. Kelly's fault. And aside from that, he gave us good music.
Bro, he is on video having sex with a fucking 12-year-old.
Which her parents allowed her to be there. So I don't know what to tell you. I'm just saying.
Jesus, take the wheel.
Y'all are gonna one day say, that Mo was kind of right. Y'all are gonna find out.
No, R. Kelly should have a bullet to the fucking skull.
What?
That's what he should have. That is rape. I don't care if her parents put her in that situation or not. That's fucking disgusting. I don't give a shit if he makes music. That is nasty. That's horrific. And to record yourself doing it. I'm really getting angry right now.
I'm just listen, how are we gonna go from sometimes we believe everything women say and sometimes we don't?
We're talking about a child.
I'm not talking. No, listen, name to me. Okay, first of all, yeah, if you're looking at the age of the girl, she wasn't like below 10. Okay. She was a very advanced young woman. Yes, her age was not of legal age, but she wasn't acting like a child.
I'm not having this conversation.
I'm not defending anything. I'm just saying The parents put them in this situation. Okay. R. Kelly has said they were not held captive. They could have left at any time. I'm just saying. Okay. We don't know what Nicole did. We don't know. And at the end of the day, the evidence in court, which many times you and I have discussed many court cases, and you're like, well, the evidence showed. Okay, well, the evidence showed in that situation, there was not enough evidence to support that he killed that girl. Oh, well, Kris Jenner. Oh, now we're going to believe Kris Jenner? She's tied up in this Diddy shit now. Okay? Kris Jenner sold a sex tape of her daughters.
So what? They're grown, remember? Who cares?
I'm just saying.
R. Kelly is a disgusting piece of shit. Period. I don't know why anybody's shocked. We talk about child trafficking all the time, and we see it on blast with celebrities. And just because we like their music, we're defaulting to, why not hold Sparkle and all the parents accountable? Are you kidding me? This is not real. Don't ever talk about child trafficking or molestation to me ever again. Because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit rewind and bring up that people want to give R. Kelly an excuse because of the music he makes. He deserves a bullet to the head. You have sex with a child. You are a depraved individual that you don't deserve to live.
Okay.
That's nasty.
Name to me somebody that the world cared about involved in child trafficking that was not a celebrity. Name them. I'll wait.
What does that have to do with anything?
What has to do with it is that why are all the people that we're mad about for child trafficking are all celebrities? We should be mad at the people that are opening up with that. I can talk about the people that open up the border for the kids to come through. Those people should be held responsible for child trafficking. If your ass is a slut and a whore and you go to an R. Kelly event in hopes of getting your record deal kicked off, and you do whatever you got to do and your parents okay it, I'm sorry. That's not child trafficking. You're a slut and you're a whore and your parents have bad character and they sold you to the man to get whatever you could get out of it. Okay? Same thing with the women who took the blue pill and swallowed it with alcohol from Bill Cosby. Those were grown-ass women. They made a decision. That doesn't make him all the way to blame 100%. I'm just saying, okay? We don't know what happened between OJ and Nicole. Now, I'm not saying any of it justifies anybody getting killed, but I haven't seen the evidence that he killed her. Yeah, it looks real close that he killed her. But aside from that, what problem was OJ to us? We just took the word of all her female friends that they had problems, and then that was enough motive for him to quote unquote kill. I'm just saying. I'm just looking at it like we look at everything else. Jacinia is disgusted with me. She said, girl, gross. It's all right. Red Pill said, I was a hot young girl. I would have let R. Kelly. Listen, I didn't take it that far now. I'm just saying, I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real over here. Let's just imagine OJ is Steven Crowder and Nicole Simpson is Steven Crowder's wife. And we saw all that happen on a Ring camera.
I don't give a shit. He shouldn't have killed her.
And his wife ends up dead. Okay, are we going to hold the same energy that we held with Steven Crowder?
You shouldn't murder people. I don't care who it is.
Okay.
Men, the red pill has done a number. We're either extreme on one end or we're extreme on the other. OJ wrote a book called Confessions of a Killer and put "if" in gray letters inside of an I and then put straight up, "I did it." Listen, bro. Orenthal is maggot food. Just like Nicole is.
What did it say on the back of the book that it said it was about? Because I didn't read that book.
He wrote the story as if he did it.
Hold on.
You can read it.
OJ. Who is that? If I did it. Hold on, y'all. We're going to get clarification. Okay. This is a book by O.J. Simpson and Pablo Fenjevas, in which Simpson puts forth a hypothetical description of the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. According to Fenjevas, the book is based on an extensive discussion with Simpson, while Simpson's former manager Norman Pardo claimed that Simpson was not involved in writing the book, but rather accepted $600,000 to say he had written it and to conduct an interview. Simpson was acquitted of the murders. Okay, blah, blah, blah. The book was originally due to be published by Reagan Books, an imprint of HarperCollins, which was headed, God, this is just too much information. Just tell me what it's about. O.J. Simpson, If I Did It, here's how it happened. However, following objections to the special by several Fox News stations, the special was also canceled. Can we just get to what the hell? The first part of If I Did It contains a detailed description of Simpson's early relationship and marriage with Nicole Brown Simpson. The latter part of the manuscript describes details of the events on June 12th and about the murders as they could have occurred if Simpson had committed them. Simpson's attorney said that there is only one chapter that deals with their deaths, and that chapter, in my understanding, has a disclaimer that it's complete fiction. In Simpson's hypothetical scenario, he has an unwilling accomplice named Charlie who urges him to not engage with Nicole, whom Simpson plans to scare the shit out of. Simpson ignores Charlie's advice and continues to Nicole's condo, where he finds and confronts Ron Goldman. According to the book, Nicole falls and hits her head on the concrete, and Goldman crouches in a karate pose. In a karate pose as the confrontation escalates. Then something went horribly wrong, and I know what happened, but I can't tell you, he writes. Oh, yeah. Red Pill sent me an article. Hold on. Soonie's so over me. She's like,
I'm over this. Hold on. Let me look at what Red Pill sent me. O.J. Simpson's kids now. His son was accused of being the real killer behind Nicole Brown's murder. Hold on. I'm trying to get to the meat of this without having to read the whole thing. Jason Simpson is O.J. Simpson's second child and first son with his first wife, Marguerite. He was born April 21st, 1970. Oh, okay, so it's not the little one. He has been working as a chef for 2 years at a restaurant, while Jason has kept a low profile since Simpson's murder trial. OJ is innocent, and I can prove it. The shocking truth about the murders of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman. This alleges that Jason was the real killer behind Nicole Brown Simpson and Ron Goldman's death. Everything we have in the book is documented. It is not theory or hypothesis. In the book, Deere claims that the knife used in the murder, as well as photos and other evidence from the scene, suggests that Jason was the true killer. When I tell you that we have the weapon, we found the weapon in Jason's storage facility that he failed to make payments on. We know he carried it. His initials were carved in the leather sheath. Deere said, he continued, we have emails from his former roommates that were in college with him. We have our suspect's diaries. We have his forged time card, and we have the vehicle he was driving on the night of the murders. As for the motive, Deere claimed that Jason suffered from intermittent rage disorder, which led to Goldman and Brown's death. Or Goldman. Our suspect at the time was 5'11", 235. He was 24 years old, and he was on probation for assaulting his previous employer with a knife. In addition to that, he had 3 attempted suicides. On the day of the murders, Deere reported that Simpson and Brown attended a dance recital for their daughter. He alleged that Jason, for his part, was working as a chef at a Beverly Hills restaurant at the time and put together a special meal for the family that Brown did not attend. You're dealing with a young man who just weeks prior had checked into a hospital where he said
he was out of his medication and was about to rage. Deere said, I have no doubt that he had no intention of killing her, but he confronted her, and as a result, something happened. Deere claimed that Jason had an obsession with knives. It's the year of the knife for me. I cut away my problems with a knife. Anybody touches my friends, I will kill them. I'm also tired of being Dr. Jekyll and Miss Hyde, he said. He continues, I have been inducted into the Police Officer Hall of Fame as a private investigator. What the fuck? This guy's weird. All right, so that's basically what it is. And she sent a video. Okay, so let's go to the video, and then we're going to move on from this. Hold on. Oh, I hate these videos that you can't pause. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
Did you know about the internet theory that it was OJ's son, Jason, who killed Nicole Brown and Robert Goldman? Here are some evidence that has people thinking. Jason had violently attacked one girlfriend with a knife, almost killing her, and had assaulted another by stabbing. Jason had been diagnosed with intermittent rage disorder, which is commonly referred to as Jekyll and Hyde syndrome. This would make him prone to angry and violent outbursts. He kept a diary that talked about wanting to hurt anyone who had wronged his loved ones. A black knit Navy watch cap found at the scene did not match any fibers found on OJ. The hat was also coated in dog hairs. OJ did not own a dog, but Jason did. The contents of a storage locker owned by Jason at the time of the murders contained a knife that matched the description of the murder weapon. Jason had no alibi, and OJ even hired a defense team for him. Did he do it? Was OJ really innocent? Comment what you think.
I watched the OJ trial, and I believe there was a dog on the property. It was Cato's dog, so I don't know about that. But I'm also very skeptical of videos that are put together like this, and they come from TikTok because they're made very like to pull you in and make you think that they're telling the truth. Now, what's stated in the article, however, is interesting, right? Can you show me some of the stuff that you're claiming you have? I don't know. That's the big question. Did I make Soonie leave? She was like, I'm over this. All right. Well, while Soonie's gone, I am going to show you guys a trailer for a movie that I want you guys to see. Okay. This is called The Fall of Minneapolis. Okay. This is something I was watching a podcast and learned about this movie through the podcast. And it was a very interesting podcast, but apparently this movie has been out for a while. So this is a multi-part documentary featuring body-worn camera video of George Floyd's arrest. And this is video footage that I have not seen before. So that's what made this interesting to me. It also interviews with officers who served during the riots and key evidence from the autopsy in Derek Chauvin's trial and the aftermath that followed. And then you also get an interview from Derek Chauvin's mother, which is this lady right here. I'll play the trailer so you guys can hear it. But two things is, if you know anybody that was 100% convinced that George Floyd died by the knee of the neck, have them watch this and then have them let you know what they think. Second of all, if you didn't watch the trial, I watched the trial. So a lot of like the evidence that they show here and the autopsy stuff was not a surprise to me because that was all shown in the trial. But this footage of the interaction was new to me. So I'll play it right now.
Hi, Derek. It's Liz.
Hold on.
The murder of George Floyd.
Murder and manslaughter.
Murder of George Floyd.
Peaceful protest overnight in the Twin Cities.
They've been very peaceful. The crowd continues to be peaceful.
8:46, 8 minutes and 46 seconds. 9 minutes and 29 seconds.
Actually, 8 minutes and 46 seconds.
By the way, that particular technique is not authorized by the MPD.
Is this a trained Minneapolis Police Department technique?
It is not.
When I heard that, I really wanted to get up off my chair and yell, bullshit.
from what I've seen of the videotape, the photograph, and the police training manual, they look pretty identical.
Were you trained in MRT, the maximal restraint technique?
Yes.
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 Yes, all the police officers were trained in the MRT.
George Floyd says, I got shot last time.
I got shot the same way as I was before.
Did you shoot him?
No, I didn't shoot. No.
You helped to train Officer Alex King. What did you think of him?
I probably trained a few thousand people. He was probably one of the top two.
Give me a minute.
This call is from a federal prison.
Hi, Derek. It's Liz.
So go check that out. Highly, 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 highly recommend it. It was very interesting. Very good watch. And the reason why, I do want to say this, the reason why it's important to watch this, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to rehash this Derek Chauvin shit or the George Floyd stuff. But it's important for people to see how things were spun. And they do show the actual manual. And there's literally like pictures in the manual. And I remember being on live where people were very expertly saying, this is not a trained technique. Well, apparently they didn't know or see the manual, because the manual of this particular police department actually did show that this was a authorized trained technique. If you go onto YouTube and type in the fall of Minneapolis, it is free on YouTube and you can go check it out there. Okay. I also have a link to it in my story on Instagram as well. So go check it out. I don't know if Soonie's back yet. Or if she
I am back, but the baby's everywhere. So I'm
okay.
I have to keep getting up.
Okay. People said you walked away because you were done dealing with me.
Yeah, we're done for this show. I was depleted after that. I don't got nothing else.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'll just keep going into stories and you jump in where you want to jump in. I guess that was a yes. Okay. So let's talk about the Francis Scott Key Bridge. Okay. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, you saw that I did a whole video literally either the day of or the day after this bridge collapsed. And I had done my research because I didn't know who Francis Scott Key was. And I actually also showed it. I showed it on here as well. All the research that I had done to show that, Francis Scott Key was a slave owner. And during the George Floyd stuff, coincidentally enough, they toppled almost all of the monuments that had been erected in this guy's honor at some point in time because he was a slave owner. Never mind the fact that when slavery was abolished, he got rid of all his slaves, minus the ones that begged basically to stay with him. And he treated very well. And then because he was an attorney, he spent the rest of his life fighting for a lot of slaves that were not released by their slave owners and fighting for their freedom. Okay. So I had said, I guarantee you that they are going to bring this up when it comes to rebuilding this bridge. They're not going to want to name it after the slave owner guy. And sure enough, this came up. The Key Bridge name should change, civil rights groups are saying. So the caucus of African-American leaders has unanimously voted, of course they did, to ask that when Francis Scott Key Bridge is rebuilt, it no longer bear the name of the national anthem's author. Because this guy also was a part of writing the national anthem. The consortium of civil rights groups included the NAACP, the National Coalition of 100 Black Women, the National Coalition of 100 Black Women, not 99, not 101, 100 Black women. It voted to recommend changing the name of the Key Bridge because it honors a man who enslaved African Americans and wrote lyrics that scholars have found demeaned Black people. Okay. So the caucus
Sorry,
is now-
my husband left. I'm by myself now.
Oh, he was helping you. It's okay.
He
Don't
was
worry
helping
about
me,
it.
yeah.
Don't worry about it. The caucus is now calling on Governor Wes Moore and Maryland General Assembly to rename the bridge after the late U.S. Representative Perrin J. Mitchell, the first African American from Maryland elected to the U.S. House of Representatives. So there's that.
You was right.
I was right. Mo was right. I said they were going to name it the St. George Floyd Memorial Bridge.
Yeah, you did.
The black, what did I say?
You said something black, something that's got to do with slavery or some shit like that.
Yeah, something like that. For sure. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I can't do this and watch her. She's able to move and walk now, and she can get into stuff. And she's in my room. Can you close out?
Yeah, I'll close out. The last thing
sure?
I have is this Michael Jackson thing, so I know you're not interested in that.
Oh God.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick around and watch because I want to hear your crazy ass conspiracy theory about this.
Okay. And mind you, we're really gonna go in, I think, if the girls, and Heather's in the comments right now, but if Heather and Angela, the girls that I'm starting a new crime conspiracy podcast with eventually, if they really want to do their research on this and want to join me. Heather loves Michael Jackson. She actually saw Michael Jackson in person. She's got a great story.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but
crazy.
I'll give you guys a taste of what that podcast is going to look like. Okay, go ahead with the baby. Okay, last story before the Michael Jackson story is Brittney Griner and her wife Sherelle. They're expecting their first child together. Okay. So it says, the announcement with the baby pictures, it says, "Can't believe we're less than 3 months away from meeting our favorite human being," Griner posted on Instagram. Okay, so she's expecting her first child with her wife, Sherelle. The couple announced on Instagram over the weekend with a set of ultrasound photos. According to the post, the baby is due in July. So I think the baby is probably coming via surrogate because I saw Sherelle. She don't look pregnant. Griner is one of the WNBA's biggest stars, blah, 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 blah. Monique saw her at her first WNBA game. Okay. She is also a household name for her time spent in a Russian jail. Does it say how she... No. Okay. So basically 2 lesbians are having a baby. That's all you need to know. Okay. Let's get to Michael Jackson. Okay. So if you're just now joining the show, hold on one second. Heather said, yes, she met him in Vegas. I know. I love the story. Okay. I would have cried. I feel sorry for that baby. Marlandon says he needs a man and a woman in his life, not a woman in a damn shim. Yeah. But I mean, thank God Brittney looks hella manly. Okay. Brittney looks hella manly. I will say that. Okay. So as I stated at the beginning of the show, if you weren't watching, I'll recap this for you. Okay. Because of the Diddy lawsuit and because of Candace Owens mentioning a man named Fahim Mohammed, who was listed in the Diddy documents. Okay. I started to research Fahim Mohammed, and as Candace mentioned in her video, Fahim Mohammed was Michael Jackson's head of security. And it was really that whole situation, that last kind of one of the last Daily Wire episodes that Candace did, where she mentioned Diddy, Kanye, Michael Jackson, and tied it into Rabbi Shmuley, okay, who was also tied to Michael Jackson. He was very, very close with Michael Jackson, okay? So this is why I got into watching this trial, is I typed in Fahim Mohammed and the footage of him testifying at the Michael Jackson trial came up, and I watched just his testimony. But just after his testimony, I was like, oh my God, I got to watch all the other testimony before I even looked at how long this really was. Okay. It is 28 days long. Okay. So there are 28 testimonies uploaded to YouTube. I am on number 8. Okay. Now, sometimes some days have more than one person testifying, but I've only been on 8 days. I have not skipped one testimony. I have listened to every single minute of this trial, and y'all, I have a lot of thoughts. Okay. Now, keep in mind as we're going through this recap, keep in mind Diddy, okay? Because before Fahim Mohammed became Diddy's head of security, he was Michael Jackson's head of security. And funny enough, he was promoted to Diddy's head of security shortly after Michael Jackson died. Now, what happened before Diddy blew up? Because we all know Diddy through who? Somebody in the comments say, how do we know Diddy? How do we know Diddy? Please tell me who the artist is that we know Diddy through, who he was connected to. Put it in the comments if you know the answer to this. I'm going to keep y'all engaged with me, okay? I'm going to keep y'all engaged with me. How do we know P. Diddy? That's right. Biggie. Okay? Is Biggie alive? No, Biggie's not alive. Well, funny enough, guess who's listed as a potential person of interest in Biggie's death? Fahim Mohammed. Okay, so y'all can understand why I am very much so intrigued at this point. Because as I was researching all this Michael Jackson stuff, I started to see a lot of connections, not just from Biggie, but also Tupac. And I started to notice a lot of Amir Mohammed, Fahim Mohammed, Rashad Mohammed. Whenever you see the last name Mohammed tied to a black man, what do you think? Or a black woman? Nation of Islam. Okay. Okay. Now, keep in mind that Rabbi Shmuley, the Nation of Jews, was on the other side of Michael, and he was very, very close to Michael before Fahim Mohammed came into the picture. Where Rabbi Shmuley kind of fell off was shortly before Michael died. Okay. Michael started to taper himself off from Rabbi Shmuley. Okay. All right. So let's go over some of my notes here that I have. Okay. And I'm not going to show this stuff to you because I have like copy and pasted notes from a lot of different sources from stuff that I've been listening to in the trial and whatnot. So the people versus Conrad Murray and the people of the state of California versus Conrad Murray. Conrad Murray was Michael Jackson's personal physician, and he was charged with involuntary manslaughter for the pop singer's death on June 25th, 2009, from a dose of general anesthetic named propofol. The trial started September 27th, 2011, 2 years after his death, and was held in the Los Angeles court. Okay. I'm just telling you that to give you a little bit of background for those of you guys that are not really up to date on this. Okay. So I'm not going to go through everybody's testimony because not everybody's testimony interests me. Okay. But what interested me was obviously Fahim Mohammed and another character that I did not know, Michael Amir Williams, who was Jackson's personal assistant. Well, I didn't know who Michael Amir Williams was, but I'm going to tell you how he plays into why I'm interested in this. But one of the things I did when I was watching his testimony was I Googled Michael Amir Williams. Funny enough, Michael Amir Williams and Fahim Mohammed are in business together today as we speak, in a real estate investment company. Okay. You guys, I'm going to show you so much stuff that is so odd. Okay. So his testimony was very interesting to me. And then of course the testimony from Alberto Alvarez, who was Michael's bodyguard, and Chef Kai Chase, who was Michael's personal chef. These were all the people that were kind of called along with Michael's son, Prince Michael, at the onset of them realizing something was not right with Michael. Okay. So let me take you to the timeline of Michael dying. Okay. Because we're going to skip ahead to that. There's a lot of information that they go over in the trial. But this is probably the most important part. Okay. Now, also one thing to keep in mind was that Michael was also working on his This Is It tour. Okay. So for those of you guys that are Michael Jackson fans, you know that he was working on a tour called This Is It at the time of his death. Okay. So he was living in a rented home in Los Angeles. Okay. Give me just a second so I can get to the part where we talk about the timeline. Sorry, guys. I was actually in the process of pulling this up when we started the show. So give me just a second. Is this it? Did I send it to my, hold on. Sorry, guys. I have so many things that I sent to myself. We're just going to keep tap dancing because I don't have my co-host here with me. Sorry. Okay, so here we go. October 25th, 2011. Okay. Sorry, this was the day of the testimony. So April 12th, Easter Sunday. This is what is this what the nurse practitioner? Hold on. Sunday morning, Jackson's bodywork colleague to say Jackson wanted to see her. Hold on, guys. I'm so unprepared right now. Give me just a second. I'm looking for Amir's testimony. Okay, here we go. Here is what Amir, the personal assistant, said. Okay. All right. So Amir stated that he called on the day before Michael died. Okay. Michael was at rehearsals. So it was customary for Amir to phone ahead to the house to let them know Jackson was finished with rehearsals. So at 12:10 a.m., he called the house and said to everybody who works for Michael, he's finished with rehearsals, meet at the house. Okay. Amir got there at 12:30 a.m. to pick up Michael, and then Jackson arrived at his home between 1:05 a.m. and 1:10. At which point, Michael Jackson got in the shower, and it was customary that Dr. Murray put this cream that Michael used for his vitiligo on his body. So Dr. Murray would help him put this cream on his body. Now, side note, and this is not really important to all the, stuff, but it is kind of important. Okay. Dr. Murray, it was interesting how Dr. Murray came into Michael's life, but from what I gathered from the testimony so far is Dr. Murray was able to acquire a large amount of this cream that Michael wanted for his vitiligo, which was basically a skin lightening cream. Okay. He was able to get a large amount through connections that he had. He was also able to obtain the propofol that he used on Michael through this connection as well. So I think more than anything, Michael was very much impressed with the fact that this guy had connections. Okay. Dr. Murray is a cardiologist, by the way. All right. So back to the timeline. At 1:30 a.m., Murray puts an IV saline drip in Michael's leg to treat him for dehydration from dancing and rehearsals, and also gave the sedative Valium, 10 milligrams, which was one tablet orally taken to help him sleep. Okay. Michael did not sleep. At 2 a.m., Murray gave Jackson 2 milligrams of lorazepam, diluted in saline, and pushed slowly over 2 to 3 minutes into his IV line. He observed Jackson stay wide awake for an hour, but Jackson continued to complain that he could not sleep. At 3 a.m., Murray gave Jackson 2 milligrams of midazolam. Jackson was still awake. Murray tried to get Jackson to meditate and turned on the lights and music. His eyes closed and he fell asleep between 3:20 and 3:30 a.m., but only stayed asleep for 10 to 12 minutes. At 4:30 a.m., Jackson was still awake and complaining, "I need to sleep. I must be ready for concerts. I would have to cancel my trip because I cannot function if I don't get sleep." Mind you, he was getting ready to fly to the UK to start his tour. This medicine is not working, okay? Now, it's important to keep in mind that Jackson was very, very focused and dedicated and concentrated on making this tour happen. Everybody that testified that worked with him said he was speaking about this tour as something he was looking forward to, okay? So this whole, like, he wanted to kill himself, all this other stuff, not true. At 5 a.m., Murray gave Jackson 2 milligrams of lorazepam. Jackson was still awake and complaining about canceling rehearsals, not satisfying fans, and there being way too much pressure. 6 to 6:30 a.m., Jackson was still wide awake and talking. At 7:30 a.m., Murray gave Jackson 2 milligrams of midazolam. It had no effect, and he wondered why Jackson was not responding, okay? Just kind of like mentally just kind of like log all these medications that he's giving Michael for sleep that are not working. At 10 a.m., and why a doctor would administer this much medication in a relatively short amount of time, it's very interesting to me, okay? At 10 a.m., Jackson was still awake. He said he wanted his quote unquote milk, which was the propofol, so he could sleep so he could sleep. He kept saying, "I know it works." At 10:40 a.m., Jackson said, "Please just make me sleep no matter what. I can't function without sleep. I have to cancel concerts." Murray claimed that he was under a lot of pressure from Jackson, so he then switched to propofol. At 10:50 a.m., Murray administered Jackson a dosage of 25 milligrams of propofol diluted with lidocaine, slowly infused over 3 to 5 minutes. Lidocaine was used because the propofol could burn the vessels. It had a very quick effect. Because of the other drugs in the system, Murray gave 25 milligrams. The usual dose was 50. Before starting the drip to keep him asleep, Murray was asked how often he had given Jackson his quote unquote milk. He answered, for 2 months every day. Okay. So for 2 months every day, he gave Michael Jackson propofol. Now, if you're administering a dosage to somebody every day for 2 months, what do you think is the likelihood that you're going to misdose them that easily? Just think about that. He was also asked, before you became his doctor, did you know he was taking propofol? Murray testified to the police, not in trial because he didn't take the stand. Murray said he was surprised about how much Jackson knew about the drug. He knew it worked. He knew how much to put in, and he knew how to inject it. He said it was the only thing that worked. The lidocaine was needed with it to stop the burning. Jackson called it his anti-burn. Other doctors allowed Jackson to push it in himself, and Murray wouldn't allow it because it made him sleep instantly. Keep that in mind. Murray kept telling Jackson that it was artificial sleep. Murray said that Jackson's veins were coarse, dried up, and filled with clots caused by too much IV use over time. He could not get an IV in his hands. Okay. Now, I do want to state, I may get to it in my notes. Okay. But they did state in the trial that the initial dose of just the propofol that they gave Michael Jackson would have been enough to maybe keep him asleep for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. And they were mixing the propofol with the lidocaine to ease the burn into the vessel. So I don't know. That's just what's stated in the documents, Red Pill. Also, it was testified by the coroner that, number one, when they requested Jackson's medical records from Dr. Murray to support everything that he was saying here about his veins and all this other stuff, that they never got the medical records from him. And the coroner's examination of Michael did not support what was said here. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Where did I leave off? Okay. At 11 a.m., Jackson was asleep, but not snoring. Usually he would be in a deep sleep and snoring, so Murray thought Jackson would wake up again. Murray watched Jackson, monitored his oxygen saturation, which was 90, and his heart rate was 70. At 11:18 a.m., this is already the next day, Murray felt comfortable with how Jackson's vitals were looking, so he got up to go to the bathroom, and he took some of Jackson's urine with him. Okay, the reason why is because Michael Jackson had a catheter in, and he had a urine bag, and so my assumption was that he was taking the urine to dump it. Murray said he was gone for 2 minutes. When Murray returned, Jackson was not breathing and his heart rate was 122. Okay, so even though Murray said he was gone for 2 minutes, the cell phone record showed that he was actually talking to his girlfriend for 10 minutes during this time period. And he gave misleading statements that he was in the bathroom for 10 minutes because he was emptying the urine and he was talking on the phone. Okay, so when Murray returned, Jackson was not breathing and his heart rate was 122. He felt a pulse in Jackson's femoral artery. His body was warm and had not changed color. Murray started CPR and mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Mind you, he was doing this on the bed. Jackson's chest was rising and falling upon ventilation. Murray looked at the telephone. This is where it gets interesting. This is what he states happened. He looked at the telephone and then remembered none of them in the house worked. He could not move Jackson off the bed to do CPR, so he placed his left hand under Jackson's body to continue chest compression. So he was doing this, okay? Murray said he did not call 911 because he did not know Jackson's zip code. Who he called by yelling was Amir, the personal assistant, to tell security to come up. Security being Fahim Mohammed. Now, I'm going to pause right here because Fahim Mohammed, in his testimony, when they asked him where he was at the morning of all this happening, he stated that he left the residence to go run a bank errand. He went to go run an errand at the bank. Okay. So when Amir was told by Dr. Murray to get security to come up, he got on the radio and the Alvarez, one of the security guys, did come up, but Fahim Mohammed was nowhere to be found. And Amir called him on the phone and he said, "Hey, something's wrong with Michael. Where are you?" And he said, "Oh, I left to go to the bank." Okay. Now there's nobody that has testified that I have heard yet to what Fahim Mohammed's whereabouts were in that time period where Dr. Murray administered the first dose of propofol and monitored Michael and then decided everything was all good and he went to the bathroom. I'm going to tell you what my theory is in just a second. Okay. So Amir was told to get security to come up. There was no pulse now. So he lifted his legs to try to get the blood flowing to his heart. He then infused 0.2 milligrams of flumazenil into the IV to try to counteract the razapam. He went to the landing to meet Alvarez, the security guard. Alvarez came in and Murray told him to call 911 and to help move Jackson onto the floor, which he did. Okay. Murray was still, so another weird thing about this is in the testimony, when the paramedics testified about what they saw when they came in, they testified at the point when they came into the bedroom where Michael was that they saw Alvarez and Murray lifting Jackson from the bed to move him from the floor. So there's a huge time inconsistency there, because Dr. Murray says that they quickly moved Michael to the floor, but the paramedics testified that when they came in, they witnessed them moving Michael to the floor at that time. Okay. So Murray was still giving CPR and mouth to mouth when the paramedics arrived and intubated him. They saw pulseless electrical activity, PEA. They could see a heartbeat, but there was no contraction of the heart muscle. So it's my understanding from the testimony, and Red Pill can correct me, but basically when they're giving you CPR and chest compressions, they're going to see heart activity on the monitor, but there is no actual electrical activity unless they stop doing chest compressions to see if it's actually working and the heart is pumping on their own. I'm telling you right now. What's up, Pete? I'm telling you right now, you guys, I'm slowly becoming a medical professional. Red Pill, yes. They did push epinephrine in. The paramedics did, but Dr. Murray did not. Okay. So they could see a heartbeat, but there was no contraction of the heart muscle, and administered atropine and epinephrine and sodium bicarbonate. Okay. So there's the answer to your question. That was the paramedics that did that. After 20 minutes, he's still laying there on the ground. The paramedics, while in contact with UCLA, wanted to call the time of death. However, Dr. Murray got them to transfer care to him right there on the spot. Murray said, "I don't want to give up. I love Michael. He was my friend. I want to help him. He's a single parent. I'm thinking about the children. I'm thinking about my own children." And I'm going to tell you about Dr. Murray and his children. CPR continued all the way down the stairs of the residence into the ambulance. Once in the trauma bay, medical personnel tried for an hour on dead Michael Jackson's body, basically. The emergency medical staff would have given up without me, said Dr. Murray. So they were ready to call the time of death, but Dr. Murray kept insisting that they keep trying to resuscitate him. They pronounced Michael dead eventually. But Murray would not sign the death certificate because he claimed he did not know the cause of death. Okay. Chernoff prompted Dr. Murray to tell the police about the last 3 days. Murray said Jackson wanted milk nightly, but Murray did not want to administer it because it was not a natural sleep aid and could be hazardous to him. I did try to wean him off with his knowledge to have more natural sleep. I had never seen any study where someone had been addicted to propofol. Murray gave him lesser amounts as the days went on, lower doses and lower drip rate, and gave him lorazepam and midazolam as well. Jackson told Murray he wanted to go all the way. Jackson told Murray he wanted to go all the way. Other doctors would do it. So basically he was like, give me the propofol because other doctors would do it for me. Why aren't you doing it for me? Murray said that the lorazepam and the midazolam were not working. Jackson was suffering from withdrawals and his mind was forcing him to stay awake. Murray stated he tried all night, but nothing would work. Gave him the propofol eventually just so he would get a couple hours of sleep. I didn't want to hurt him. He was my friend. I didn't want MJ to fail. I cared about his writing and his producing. I tried to wean him off. MJ was relentless, but it was working. Okay. All right. So that's what happened on the day of his death. Okay. Now, let me take you into the mind of Mo. Here we go. You guys ready for this? Okay. This from listening to the testimony of Fahim Mohammed, who stated that on the morning Michael Jackson died, he stated in his testimony that he did his usual thing. He went to the security trailer on the property when he arrived there around 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, and checked in with the security trailer, which is what he usually did. And then he went in the house and checked in with the chef. And, the chef reported, oh, everything's all well. Michael's upstairs trying to get some sleep. I'm feeding the children breakfast. And he checked in with Dr. Murray, at which time, from what I can tell, is when Dr. Murray went to the restroom for 10 minutes and conveniently had a conversation with his girlfriend over the phone. Okay. Now they did bring the girlfriend up on the stand. Coincidentally, this is one of his baby mamas because Dr. Murray has a total, I think, of 7 or 8 children and several baby mamas. He owes a lot of money on back child support. He owes a lot of money on unpaid rent, and he owes a lot of money on rented medical equipment that he did not pay. Okay. So he has a very large and stressful financial debt going on at this time as well. Okay. Now let's go back to how Dr. Murray came into Michael Jackson's life. So Dr. Murray was running a practice, a cardiology practice, a very successful cardiology practice. A lot of his patients were called to the stand to testify to what a great doctor he was. Never had an issue as far as his practice of medicine. He was not board certified, which is a little weird, but nevertheless, they didn't have anybody ever take the stand and say that he was a terrible doctor. They said he was excellent. He had a great bedside manner, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Somebody from Michael's inner circle knew Dr. Murray. Now, I have not yet heard that mentioned in the trial, but somebody from Michael's inner circle knew Dr. Murray. And where Dr. Murray came into Michael's life was one day, Paris, his daughter, was sick, and they suggested Dr. Murray. Now, at this time, they were in Las Vegas. Michael was living in Las Vegas, and Dr. Murray had a practice between Houston, Texas, and Las Vegas. And at the time he was in Las Vegas, this person called Dr. Murray and said, "Hey, I have a very high profile client that has a sick child. Can you come and can you treat?" Well, Michael was very, very impressed with how he handled his daughter Paris as far as her medical needs. And, Dr. Murray became close with Michael Jackson almost immediately. At the time, Dr. Murray's girlfriend, the one he was speaking to on the phone the night that Michael died, was pregnant with their child. And she had she was a huge fan of Michael's, wanted to meet him. And so Dr. Murray was like, "Yeah, I'll bring you to meet Michael." And Michael, of course, was like elated that she was pregnant and talked to her and, was very, very nice. She had great, nice things to say about Michael. And then the This Is It tour came up, and Michael asked Dr. Murray to be his personal physician. Okay. Dr. Murray wanted an exorbitant amount of money, but because Michael was not personally securing him, AEG, the concert promoter, was securing him. Ultimately, the people that screwed Michael over, they negotiated a very hundreds of thousands of dollars monthly rate for Dr. Murray to come on as Michael Jackson's personal physician. Okay, so that's how he got to be Michael Jackson's personal physician. Now, who the person in Michael's inner circle was that knew Dr. Murray, I don't know, but I'm very curious and wondering if it's Fahim Mohammed, to tell you the truth, because where Fahim Mohammed came from, I have no clue. Okay, like I said earlier, Fahim Mohammed got his degree from some university in San Francisco in real estate and business. Okay. And then did nothing with real estate and business, and all of a sudden became Michael Jackson's head of security. Now, he did open up his own private security firm, but never had any clients other than Michael Jackson. So my question is, who funded this security firm for a guy straight out of college to build this security firm without a single client, and his first one is Michael Jackson? Makes no sense to me whatsoever. Okay. So let's get back to my mind of Mo and how I think this all happened. Okay. I think what happened is they knew Dr. Murray. Somebody who had a vested interest, who was probably working for somebody much bigger than Fahim Mohammed. Okay, I think Fahim Mohammed probably works for somebody. He knew that Dr. Murray was in a very bad financial position. Okay, he is somebody that could be easily motivated by money. So they brought him on, making him think that, oh my gosh, Michael Jackson wants you to be his personal assistant, inflated his ego a little bit. And then probably as time went on, explained to him, look, Michael's a little bit of a problem for us. And I know that you probably could use some extra cash. So here's what's going to happen. You're going to do your nightly dose of propofol like you normally do. And then you're going to go to the bathroom and you're going to dispose of the most very important urine that could have been used to test Michael Jackson's system. Because mind you, Michael Jackson had been laying dead for so long, his body or his catheter did not have any urine in the urine bag. Okay, because Dr. Murray got rid of the urine. Why did he get rid of the urine conveniently? I don't know. But they told him, you go to the bathroom, take the urine with you and dispose of it. And then you stay in there. At which time I think Fahim Mohammed came in and gave Michael the lethal dose of propofol. It was testified by a doctor that the amount of propofol that was pushed into Michael's IV bag was done so very sloppily, okay? And the thought was, did Michael administer, when Dr. Murray stepped away, Michael was like, F this, I need more sleep, and I'm going to give myself my own dose, right? Because what did Dr. Murray say? Michael loved to give himself the propofol. Other doctors allowed him to do it. He was very knowledgeable about it. Okay, so why would he overdose himself? Well, one would say maybe because he had all these other drugs in his system. I think Fahim Mohammed came in and gave him the final push because, again, the doctors that were experts in this said there was no way that Michael could have self-administered the amount of propofol that he gave himself in that final dose, that he would have even stayed awake long enough to finish the push. Okay? There's no way it could have been done. So that was kind of taken out in the trial. That theory was kind of taken out in the trial. So I think Fahim Mohammed did it. And then I think Fahim Mohammed, to create an alibi, I think Dr. Murray was on the phone with the girlfriend. Okay? I think Fahim Mohammed conveniently left to go run an errand, so he was nowhere to be seen. And I think Amir, the personal assistant, was probably less knowledgeable about what was going on, but was there inside to Michael's schedule and to Michael's routine. Okay. And to put it in a long story short type of situation, I think Dr. Murray knew going into this trial that this was going to be his ultimate fate, that he was going to take the fall. But because Fahim Mohammed, as stated in the Diddy documents, is very well connected in Los Angeles County and with police, that he was able to make sure that Conrad Murray didn't do a whole lot of time, which Conrad Murray did not do a whole lot of time. Okay. On November 7th, he was sentenced. He was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter. And he was sentenced to, I believe, 4 years time and a maximum penalty, of 4 years incarceration, in which he only served 2 of those years and was released due to, you guessed it, overcrowding. How convenient. Now Dr. Murray, I think, lives in the Bahamas or Jamaica, and he's practicing medicine over there. But yeah, I mean, I think that that's what happened. I think that, as stated in the Diddy documents, Fahim Mohammed is a very well-connected person. I think that he's well-connected because he works for some very powerful people. It could possibly be my people, the Jews. I don't know. Isn't that what Kanye was saying? Isn't that what Kanye told us? Didn't Cat Williams tell us the same thing? Right? Aren't those the people they don't want us to talk about? I'm just saying, I mean, they're my people and I hate to talk bad about them. The 1% Jewish that I am, I hate to talk bad about them, but I'm just saying one has to ask why, just like Candace did, why is this Fahim Mohammed guy constantly at the scene of some very important situations involving some very high profile celebrities? Michael Jackson, P. Diddy. Before that, Biggie. I think he is even somehow suspected to be involved in the Tupac. Okay, I haven't yet read those lawsuits, but I'm going to dive into that next. Okay. So yeah, that's why I felt it very interesting to talk about this because, and I'm going to show you a picture of Fahim Mohammed from the Diddy docs. The Diddy docs. That's Fahim Mohammed right there. Okay. Oh, and I have more for you on Fahim Mohammed. Okay. So let me just read this little line to you from the Diddy docs to remind you. Mr. Combs, Diddy Combs, instructs his staff to always contact Mr. Muhammad if they are pulled over by police in Miami or California. Same position he held for Michael Jackson. Okay. Upon information and belief, Mr. Muhammad spoke with LAPD after G was shot. This was that shooting that Diddy was involved in. The LAPD was in CRS and witnessed the blood in the restroom, and they went into the bogus claim that the shooting of G occurred outside the studio. This was all thanks to Mr. Muhammad's connections with law enforcement. Okay. Mr. Combs made it very clear that his head of security, Fahim Mohammed, had the power to make people and problems disappear. Was Michael Jackson a problem? I think he was, because if we look at information and videos of Michael Jackson, he was really starting to speak out about people like Tommy Mottola and record executives. That's funny. That's the same thing that they did to Kanye when he started to speak out, is they all of a sudden said he was crazy. They committed him. They've done everything they can to shut him out and shut him down. Michael was doing the same exact thing. He was doing the same exact thing. In fact, it was testified over and over on the trial that the whole reason why he wanted to do the This Is It tour was because the state of the world was so terrible that he said, we have 4 more years left. Mind you, this was in 2009. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, right about the time that it really started to hit the fan with a lot of things. Okay. But he said, we have 4 more years that we can do something about this. And it is my duty to create an experience for my fans that really pushes the message of world peace and love. Okay. What did they do during that time? They accused him of molesting children, none of which those claims ever really got proven in court. Okay. So this is Fahim Mohammed, and this is Michael Jackson's assistant, Michael Amir. They are the founders of a real estate company named Oasis. Okay. Now, this is even funnier, you guys. This is even funnier. And did I put it in here? I did not. Okay. I did not put it in here. But if you Google Fahim Mohammed, you know what? I've taken you guys this far. I'm going to play this for you, and I'm going to see if you picked up on what I picked up on. Okay. So we're going to go to YouTube and we're going to type in Fahim Mohammed. This was something very interesting because this was an article that came up about Fahim Mohammed and his son. Because I have also wondered, well, what is Fahim Mohammed? Like, what is his motivation to work and cover for all these people that he covers for? Like, why is he so motivated? What is the end goal of these people? Well, I kept seeing his name mentioned in an article that said this: father buys 13-year-old son 40 acres of land for his birthday. Let's go ahead and watch this video.
40 acres of land in San Diego County. That's what one dad gave his son for his 13th birthday.
He posted about it on social media, and their story went viral. Rapper Sean Combs even posted about it. CBS 8's Anna Laurel went to Boulevard, that's about an hour east of our newsroom, to see what they're going to do with all that land.
We're not just out here in the middle of nowhere. Look how close we are to the border wall with Mexico. Now, when we were driving out here, all I saw were a bunch of boulders and a...
Okay, so I'm going to pause right here. He bought 40 acres of land up against the border wall of Mexico in San Diego. What were me and Soonie talking about earlier? Trafficking, child trafficking. What is Diddy accused of? Trafficking. Anybody?
few trees, but when Fahim Muhammad came out here, all he saw was potential.
That he did. I think Fahim Mohammed, and I'll let you guys watch the rest of this, but I believe Fahim Mohammed saw a gold mine here. He has property up against the wall of Mexico. He has easy access to miners. Didn't they mention something about a tunnel that ran under Diddy's house that they found? And we don't even know where that tunnel leads to. But I'm just wondering, did it lead to this property?
We see clear space that we uninterruptedly we can enjoy nature. You know what I mean? Especially growing up in the city, a congested city like LA. When we're out here, I mean, it's totally different.
Fahim Muhammad bought 198 acres out here in Boulevard to get away.
It's real quiet.
I mean, he's right up against this border. There's the border wall. There's Fahim's property. Border wall, Fahim's property.
Yeah, this is not like Chicago, not like LA.
He lives in Los Angeles and runs a real estate business that buys and rebuilds properties in the south side of Chicago. He says to create a better living situation for the Black community there.
Based on what's happening with this renovation right now.
His company, Oasis Investment Group, even teaches people home ownership.
These are people that have had families on government assistance for years, and now they're actually enrolling in courses to learn how to buy their own homes.
Fahim says his mom taught he and his siblings how important it is to own your own property and to help their community. So when his son Fahim recently turned 13, he gave him 40 acres.
I thought it would be a great opportunity to teach him a life lesson about the value of land.
And they're teaching other kids from LA these lessons too.
So all them regular rocks you picked?
They bring inner city kids out here to hike, ride ATVs, and build campfires. You can tell how much.
Okay, so this was interesting to me too, because then I went to go look up what this was. He brings kids out, underprivileged kids out to this property that has nothing built on it to ride ATVs and build campfires. Well, that's through his foundation, the Dior Foundation. And what's interesting enough is they don't just work with underprivileged kids, they specifically work with kids that have autism. Some of the biggest or the largest group of kids that is targeted for things like the transgenderism and the trafficking are kids that are autistic. We talked about that before on the show. It's very, very concerning to me. And I went to this website, this Dior Foundation, very, very bare bones website, doesn't have a whole lot of information on it, but yet they're obviously holding events out here on this land that has nothing on it next to the border wall.
Their family loves it when I ask them what it's like out here at night.
Amazing. It was fun. You get full view of the stars. It's like,
because like there's no city lights out here, so you get to no pollution, stuff like that. So you get to see like clear sky. You can see all the stars and stuff. It was fun.
13-year-old Fahim has some ideas for his property.
You can build like ATVs like around like, the whole thing. It's like once you build a zip line from the mountain.
And even though they're right beside the border wall, they've had no problems. Out here, these city kids enjoy their own private open space.
You got fresh water, you got clear skies. At night, you can see all of the stars, the moon, the sun.
Anyways, you guys get the gist of it. Heather, I have not fully looked into Oasis, but I have kind of perused the website. Hold on, guys. Soonie's calling me. Let's see what she got to say. Why is she calling me? Hold on.
Hello?
I've got you on the microphone. What's up?
Huh?
I'm still on the show.
I know.
Oh, I said I've got you on the microphone. Like on speaker.
Why?
Because I'm on the show. Do you need to talk to me privately?
What are you talking about?
You just called me. You just called me.
No, something's wrong with WhatsApp. I'm literally in the middle of texting Liddell and trying to put the baby to sleep.
Oh, okay. No. Yeah, you called me. My phone was ringing. That's why I'm like, why are you calling me? Do you want to?
I got the YouTube pulled up. No. Why would I call you? Bye, guys.
Bye. Okay. Ew. I can't believe I just said bye like that. It's like against my religion. Okay. So, and that's an inside joke. Okay. So let's look at Oasis build really quick since Heather said, have I looked into this one? Okay. Okay, so this is Oasis Build. This is their website, a real estate investment group focused on reclaiming, redeveloping, and rebuilding Black communities across America. A lot of these websites are very bare bones. So it looks like they build apartments. Okay, that's not what I was looking for. They raise capital, then deploy that capital to acquire and redevelop properties in designated markets. We own and operate multiple funds with a growing portfolio, blah, 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 blah. They work in Chicago, Los Angeles, and New York. Here are the founders, Fahim Mohammed and Michael Amir. And they do tell, I don't know if it was in an article or on this website, but they do tell that they started this business after learning from great business people like Michael Jackson. Okay, so they do give Michael Jackson credit. Now, funny enough, Amir bought that property for his son shortly after Michael Jackson died. Okay, so anyways, I just wanted to give you guys the update so far on the research that I have done thus far in listening to this trial. Like I said, I'm day 8 out of 28 days. So I still have 20 more days of testimony to go. And right now we're getting into like the autopsy side of it. So, you know, we've gotten through all like the close people that worked with Michael and all this other stuff that have done their testimony. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and say that Michael Jackson did not kill himself. That yes, I understand that it looks like Conrad Murray did kill Michael Jackson. And there's a lot of upset fans that think that Conrad Murray killed Michael Jackson. I think Conrad Murray was the scapegoat. I think Fahim Mohammed made him promises to give him a nice little chunk of change for him to go along with this plan. I think that the record company that Michael Jackson was speaking out against on saw Michael as a problem and wanted him gone. And Diddy himself said it in the Diddy documents that if you want somebody gone, you call Fahim Mohammed. Okay. Somebody asked, where do we watch the trial? I'm going to put the link right here. It is on this site and it'll play it in order for you if you guys want to watch it. So you start on the very first video and it'll take you through the entire trial. Very, very interesting. Some of you guys might want to skip through a few of them, but I'm listening to all of it for you. And this is so that I can better understand when and if the Diddy case goes to trial. I can better understand Fahim Mohammed and his background. My next thing to tackle is to read through the Tupac lawsuit, but that is like, I think 180 pages of documents. So I'm going to read through that next, then look into the Biggie stuff and then start watching some interviews. Both Fahim Mohammed, I think, and Michael Amir, very, very difficult to find any personal social media accounts for them. So yeah, that's another thing. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys really enjoyed that breakdown of the case. And if you guys are interested in me continuing to update you on that, I definitely will. Just let me know if you guys are interested, because I'm putting in a lot of work with this. And I'll definitely bring you more as I learn more. But other than that, I thank you guys so much for sticking through the show with us tonight. Sorry, Soonie had to leave early. Please remember that this Friday, unless there is something really juicy going on or something that I feel like I can at least talk for an hour on, we will not be having the show on Friday because Soonie has some other engagement to attend to. And I possibly might come on. Okay, so you guys have a good night. Have a good hump day tomorrow. Let me know if you start watching the Michael Jackson trial and you want to talk about it with me. I'm happy to. Go ahead and like this video. drop it a comment and let us know how you thought the show was tonight. Subscribe if you're not subscribed to Somewhere in the Middle at Let's Talk Darling, Soonie Blanks, all of the above. And we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye, guys.